Hello guys, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you. So quickly join in so that we can start our today's discussion. All right. A very good evening Indra ma'am. Other also very good evening. How are you? कैसे हैं सब लोग? All good. So we have yes, Arnab sir, Indra ma'am, Kavita. We have Kavita ma'am. Vinod sir, very good evening to all of you. Audio and video is fine from my side, guys. If everything is fine, please do let me know so that we can start our today's discussion. Today's discussion is all about IE IFS Module B. So today we will be targeting this module. Mostly when it comes to IE IFS Module B, this is something where you will get आपका concept based question. Mostly the question are for 2 marks. ठीक है, सबसे ज़्यादा 2 mark का question you will see based on this particular unit. So you have to be very careful around this particular unit. ठीक है, so the core is आपका concept. ठीक है, when it comes to other module like module A, C and D, especially A and C, they can be they can be driven through the practice also. But here practice means you are going through all the subtopics from those particular unit. But when it comes to module B, this is something where you'll be requiring some sort of concept, and if you have a concept clarity, then only you will be able to solve the question. All right, so in this particular session we will be discussing all these particular areas. The first one is आपका fundamental of economics, microeconomics versus macroeconomics, and type of economies. So again you can expect 2 to 3 marks question based on this. Then we have supply and demand, very important topic because it will help you to make your understanding around the unit number 15 also. Theories of interest, kind of interlink and similar sort of topic and all. Then we have money supply. One question around the money supply, another one is around the inflation. Then theories of interest. Then we have business cycle. Then monetary policy and fiscal policy. Then we have national accounts, system of national account, and GDP concept. The final unit is union budget, right? So these are the units which are generally part of this particular session. One by one we will be practicing or we will be discussing the concept areas related to all these particular one. Okay, so let's start our today's discussion with the very first unit. As I said, this is something from where you will get question based on the areas like economics, the definition of economics, the core definition, the Marshalls or Adam Smith, Robbins, and apart from this, one question, the distinction between micro and macro economics, their subject and all. Then another one is the different type of economies, market economy, command economy, and mixed economy, their features and all. So the three areas, these are the three core areas. तो इन तीन areas के ऊपर आपको काम करना है from this particular topic, right? So let's start the discussion with very first question. Rani ma'am, very good evening. I hope you get the PDF for previous 2 session. I have already updated on the app itself. And if you still facing any difficulties, so you can connect me on app or Telegram. I'll help you or I'll try to guide you how to go there, right? So first question आपका this get asked many times. Economics statement related to economics are correct. Mostly question will be for 1 marks and 2 marks. You can expect around 20 to 25 marks question based on this particular module, and all the questions will be आपका 1 marker and 2 marker. बहुत very rarely you will see the question based on half marks based on this unit. तो ऐसा like while we give that particular paper, आपको ऐसा feel होगा कि there are very less number of question, but it is not about the number of question. The game is the overall marks, and 2 mark question are always game changer, right? So everyone is saying आपका option B will be right. अच्छा, this black screen is visible to everyone, right? So when it comes to आपका economics, the first statement, the term economy is derived from the Greek word that is oikonomia. So that means household, household management. So that is true, first one. Second, Adam Smith definition is known for the welfare. Marshall's definition is generally known for welfare. ठीक है? Adam Smith, who is generally known as father of microeconomics, and that was something related to आपका wealth. ठीक है? So Wealth of Nation 1776, he come up with this particular book. Alfred Marshall emphasizes the economics is not just about the wealth but also about the human welfare. So that's why it is called welfare definition, right? So 1 in 3 means आपका option B will be right answer for this particular one. Kavita ma'am, Indra ma'am, and Vinod sir. This interface is fine, right? This is visible to all of you, like black. Today we are running class through the blackboard kind of. Okay. So Adam Smith, which is आपका wealth definition, it is called the wealth of nation, right? So we have different definitions around this one, like economics, which deal with production, consumption, and distribution of goods and services. Focus on efficient resource allocation to meet societal need. As the globalization increased, the study of this also got increased, and we have different definitions which are generally part of your आपका overall curriculum. ठीक है? So when it comes to Adam Smith definition, wealth definition, economics is study of wealth. Marshall's definition is categorized under welfare, and Robbins is around the आपका scarcity. ठीक है? This is something like many times they ask question around this. Also, they'll give you a table and they'll ask you to match the correct one, okay, for 1 marks also, right? Or sometime like it can be with the detailed statements and all. Correct hai? Chalo. So next question on your screen, guys. And where are others today? Office only or Chalo. Next one. Robbins' definition of the economics are correct. Now we have gone through this particular one just. So economics studies human behavior as a relationship between unlimited want and limited resources. Okay? So it is about the आपका scarcity. A resource is considered a scarce only when its supply is low, regardless, no, demand and supply both. The economics is also known as the science of choices because individual must decide how to allocate their limited resources. Like as we all have, we have limited resources and we make best decision so we can have maximum output from those limited resources. So 1 in 3, the B will be right answer for this particular question. That means you have to go through this particular part once and you have to build your understanding around this particular one. First part is done. Second subtopic, important subtopic. So which of the following statement about microeconomics and macroeconomics? So macro is आपका a broader aspect of economics. बृहद अर्थव्यवस्था इसको हम बोलते हैं, ठीक है, which study at national level or international level. Subjects are like GDP, inflation, recession, employment, unemployment. These are the आपका macroeconomics. When it comes to microeconomics, subject are like आपका demand and supply, how individual is making their choices and all, the individual and firms. So they all generally come under this particular one. Correct hai? So what will be your correct answer for this one? Quickly. Haan. Like if you have studies these particular one fundamentally, so we can run quickly also. So microeconomics studies behavior of individual, consumer and firm in decision making. Macroeconomics emerged in its modern form after the publication of Keynes' General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money, 1936. Okay? So this is the one. That's why he is generally known as father of macroeconomics. Okay? Microeconomics आपका Adam Smith. Okay? So third statement, आपका microeconomics focus on aggregated indicators. These are the subject of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics deal with the overall performance of national or regional Adam Smith, Wealth of Nations 1776, laid foundation for microeconomics concept, 100% true. तो 1245 means आपका ऑप्शन डी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. वेल डन गाइस, ठीक है, वेरी गुड, बहुत बढ़िया करें हम लोग अभी तक सभी लोग आपका, ठीक है. चलो, तो डिफरेंसेस आपका, आई होप एवरीबडी इज क्लियर अबाउट दिस. समटाइम यू विल सी these type of question also, the study areas and all, so you have to be very careful around these particular thing, ठीक है. तो जो study areas आपके हैं, ठीक है, and how we generally do this particular segregation and all, that you have to understand. One another important subtopic which I missed earlier, that is your fundamental questions of or fundamental economic problems और फंडामेंटल इकोनॉमिक क्वेश्चंस, ठीक है. व्हाट टू प्रोड्यूस, हाउ टू प्रोड्यूस एंड होम टू प्रोड्यूस, ठीक है. सो दीज आर द क्वेश्चंस आपका, ठीक है, फंडामेंटल इकोनॉमिक आपका क्वेश्चंस. वन इज व्हाट टू प्रोड्यूस, अनदर वन इज हाउ टू प्रोड्यूस एंड होम टू प्रोड्यूस. इन योर प्रीवियस एग्जामिनेशन ऑल्सो देयर वॉज अ क्वेश्चन अराउंड दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. तो ये अगेन बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट सब टॉपिक होता है सबके लिए, एंड यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल एंड कंफर्टेबल विद दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, ठीक है. ये तीनों क्वेश्चंस को आपको ध्यान रखना है. सो एवरी इकोनॉमी इज हैविंग these kind of questions, like it is depend, like in case of capitalistic economy, these things get decided by the market forces, ठीक है. when it comes to socialistic economy, समाजवादी अर्थव्यवस्था, mostly these questions get answered by the government. in case of mixed economy, we have a joint efforts from the both, right? So now every society, regardless of economic system, must address the fundamental economic problem: what to produce, how to produce, whom to produce. 100% true. Second statement आपका, what to produce involve deciding on type of quantities and goods and services, including balance between consumption and investment. Again true. How to produce focus only on selecting advanced technology for production. It is not only about the production, it is also about the way or who is going to perform in the other areas also. For whom to produce, address income distribution, whether resources are allocated equitably among the different group and societies. 100% true. Three economic problems are only relevant for capitalistic. No, it is applicable to all the type of economies. So 1 to 4 means आपका option C will be right answer for this particular question, ठीक है. So you can quickly go through this particular one. So these kind of आपका short handy notes which will help you during your examination also, ठीक है. So that you can have some sort of coverage around your entire modules and all, right? चलो, now next question guys, well done, very good. So which of the following statement correctly differentiate the economic system? So we have different type of economic system, so you have to find out the correct one. So we have market economy, where things get decided by the demand and supply factors, okay. We have command economy, mostly by the government. We have mixed economy, both आपका, ठीक है, government as well as public as well as private, right? So the combination of both. India is an example of आपका mixed economy, ठीक है. अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे बात करें तो और most of the mixed economies they generally arise post Second World War. So दूसरे विश्व युद्ध के बाद आपका कहीं ना कहीं ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर आपको जो देखने के लिए मिलेगा. तो in market economy, individual and private firms make the major decision with minimal government interference, 100% true. A command economy is characterized by the government ownership of resources and centralized decision making, true. A mixed economy is आपका element of both command and capital economy. Laissez-faire refer to the आपका market economy. When market economy went on stream आपका, ठीक है, extreme level, ठीक है. तो जैसे आपका जहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट मार्केट इकोनॉमी के अंदर व्हेन गवर्नमेंट इंटरवेंशन इज लीस्ट, ठीक है, जब गवर्नमेंट का जो इंटरफेरेंस है वो बहुत कम हो जाता है, तो दैट इज द स्टेज ऑफ आपका, दैट इज कॉल्ड मार्केट इकोनॉमी, ठीक है. लजीज फेयर और फ्री रेन स्टाइल इट इज कॉल्ड. इंडिया ऑपरेट अंडर मिक्स्ड इकोनॉमी विदाउट एनी डाउट, ट्रू. तो 1 2 3 5 मीन्स ऑप्शन ए विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. करेक्ट है दोस्तों. सो दिस laissez-faire refer to the market economy with no government interference. ठीक है, बेसिकली आपका जहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट का जो इन्वॉल्वमेंट है वो ना के बराबर हो जाए, दैट पोजीशन ऑफ मार्केट इकोनॉमी इज जनरली नोन एज laissez-faire, राइट. तो 3 टाइप ऑफ इकोनॉमीज एंड देयर फीचर्स आपका, दीज आर द फीचर्स which I have summarized from your book also, so that will help you to answer. Like sometime what you will see कि there is a question around these particular one, वो आपको question किसके around देंगे कि which of the following statement about the market economy is true, और आपका government this capitalistic economy is true. This type of questions also you can expect from the examiner. ठीक है, so we have covered all the areas related to your आपका unit first. ठीक है, all the important subtopics which generally get covered through these particular questions, and solutions or the detailed notes I have kept in the PPT. So once you go through those particular one, you can revise things. Next one, very very important subtopic, demand and supply, because it is not only about unit 13, it also linked with your unit 15. ठीक है, तो दोनों में ही आपको ये help करेगा. So that is something which is very very important. ठीक है, so we have आपका 2 things. One is law of demand, which is with reference to consumers. So consumers, they are like कि we want to buy things. Let's say if this is आपका price and this is आपका quantity demanded, right? So we want to buy things. We usually buy things at lower price. ठीक है, ज़्यादा चीज़ें हम आपका मतलब किसी भी चीज़ का जो प्राइसिंग है अगर कम होगा तो वी विल कंज्यूम मोर, और अगर प्राइसेस ज़्यादा होंगे तो वी विल कंज्यूम लेस. ठीक है, दैट इज द वन. व्हेन इट कम्स टू लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई, ठीक है, इट इज समथिंग, दिस इज आपका सप्लाई कर्व. ठीक है, इट इज फ्रॉम द सप्लायर साइड. सप्लायर्स वांट टू सेल मोर एट अ हायर प्राइस. ठीक है, दिस इज योर प्राइस and this is आपका quantity demanded, right? So suppliers, they want to supply more at higher price and less at आपका lower price. ठीक है, so this is something which is generally, let's say if price is this, they want to supply less, and if the price is this, they want to supply more, right? तो that is something the basics of these one. तो सबसे पहले ना आपको इस basic को समझना है, because once you will understand the basics ना, this will help you इन मैनी वेज. जैसे मैंने आपको बोला कि यूनिट नंबर आपका दैट 15 यूनिट, जस्ट आफ्टर दिस वी विल प्रैक्टिस 15 फर्स्ट, देन विल कम टू 14. ठीक है, क्योंकि इंटर लिंक है, आपका अंडरस्टैंडिंग बहुत आसानी से बनेगी. एंड इफ यू गाइज हैविंग एनी डाउट इन अदर्स ऑल्सो, यू कैन ऑल्सो आस्क योर क्वेरीज, राइट. चलो लेट्स स्टार्ट. सो आई हैव केप्ट सम नोट्स ऑल्सो, लाइक दिस इज फ्रॉम योर बुक ओनली. सो व्हेन इट कम्स टू द demand curve is something like this. The relationship between your the price of goods or services increase, the quantity demanded decrease, or vice versa. ठीक है, so here also you can see when the price is 100, तो quantity demanded is 20. When price is आपका 500, the quantity demanded is आपका 9. So the relationship between these two, that's generally called आपका law of demand. Now when it comes to the factors which generally affect the demand curve, तो और demand curve even the same for the supply curve also. ठीक है, this is something which is very very important. आपको बहुत अच्छे से इनको समझना है, because once you will develop your understanding ना, because there is one question always around the आपका the effect आपका, ठीक है, the effect of these one or the factor influencing demand curve or supply curve. तो जैसे price of goods आपका, if price of goods will increase, the quantity demanded will decrease. ठीक है, income of consumers, if income of consumer will increase, quantity demanded will also increase. Price of related good, ठीक है, so we have 2 type of good, complementary goods and आपका substitute goods. ठीक है, complementary like petrol and car, and आपका substitute is tea and coffee. ठीक है, so that is the thing. तो when it comes to complementary goods, क्या होगा, the prices of when the prices of complementary goods will decrease, the demand आपका quantity demanded will increase. If prices of petrol, let's say it came down to 50 rupees per liter, तो cars की जो demand सब market में increase होगी. The another one is आपका this is complementary. ठीक है, another one is substitute good. When it comes to substitute goods, so when the prices of substitute goods will increase, ठीक है, अगर prices आपका increase हो रहे हैं substitute goods का, तो quantity demanded will आपका increase. क्यों, मतलब let's say the coffee which become from 15 to 20 आपका, तो now there are some people, those who were consuming coffee, they'll shift to आपका tea. This happen आपका so many times. So that is something which is the relation between these two. Number of taste and preferences आपका, number of buyers, जितना बड़ा market होगा उतना ज़्यादा demand होगी, ठीक है. Government policies and regulation also sometime which also influence this particular one. Seasonal goods आपका season wise and all, they generally comes under this particular one. So I have kept the explanation part also, so you can go through that particular one, ठीक है. You can go through that particular one. So that will help you to make your understanding. Chalo, next one. And if you are having any doubt, you can do let me know in the comment section. I'll try to explain that part. नीतीश सर क्या हुआ? बाउंसर तो नहीं है ना? I hope this is like very easy. If you have seen that concept videos and all, that's why I put that concept video earlier, and we have discussed the concept videos in detail. That is the only reason आपका, ठीक है, कि मतलब module B something with equal weightage or very good number of weightage. Module B, D obviously without any doubt, we have 17 units, 35 marks on an average. It can be up to 40 also. Here also this is the second most important session आपका, ठीक है, means आपका module from where we can on an average 25 marks you can expect from this particular unit. And this is something where examiner can trap candidate. ये एक ऐसा है कि जहाँ पे concept driven है पूरा का पूरा, and ये कहीं ना कहीं users या candidates को trap कर सकता है, ठीक है. So without any doubt the case is saying about the law of demands, right? चलो next one. समझ में आ रहा है? The law of demands are correct, so you have to find out the correct statement about the law of demands. I guess this interface is like better than the white background. ठीक है, what I can see this one. ये सही है क्या? Everyone, if black is fine for reading and others, do let me know. So I'll keep black only. I'll continue with black background only, ठीक है, if it is fine आपका, ठीक है. I guess for reading it is like it, when I can see in my mobile also, it look आपका clear compared to that आपका when it comes to that white background, ठीक है. So which of the following statement about the law of demand are correct? The first statement, when the price of commodity rise, the quantity demanded decrease. हाँ, so it is rise and it is आपका decrease, 100% true. Substitution effect occur when consumer replace a costlier good with a cheaper alternates आपका, ठीक है. As I told you, the coffee prices become from 15 to 20. I'm talking about the filter coffee. I live in Bangalore and filter coffee is very awesome here. So 15 to 20. So what we did, we shifted from आपका coffee to tea because we have scarce resources. The next one is the income effect implies that the price of goods rise continue up consumer feel wealthier. No, they like when the prices will increase or they कहीं ना कहीं we will feel आपका we are feeling kind of आपका in that what term it is called poorer, ठीक है, in that particular case. So A will be right answer for this particular one. Very good, Indra ma'am, Vinod sir, Tanmay sir. So the income effect आपका, ठीक है, the prices and that the relation between these two, correct है. चलो next one guys, very good. Which of the following statement about the market demand and law of diminishing marginal utility, ठीक है. So law of marginal diminishing utility are incorrect, ठीक है. You have to find out the incorrect statement, ठीक है. So you have to be very careful around this incorrect or correct वाला thing है. Sometime in hurry worry we do the mistakes, ठीक है. हमें मतलब like 60%, 70, 80% question are correct. Suddenly one incorrect came. We avoid that correct incorrect वाला statement. तो आपको careful रहना है इसमें, ठीक है, ऐसे situations में. So market demand obtained by summing the quantity demanded by all individuals at each price level. This is about the aggregate demand. Okay. The market demand curve slope upward due to combined effect of the substitution effect and the income effect. Okay. It is आपका not upward, it should be आपका downwards. ठीक है. So the another one is according to the law of diminishing marginal utility, each additional unit consumed provide a more satisfaction आपका. ठीक है. So more satisfaction, that is also आपका wrong. ठीक है. When it comes to law of marginal utility, what is law of marginal utility? If you consume, like let's say you came back from office, आप ऑफिस से घर आए हैं. ठीक है. Now it is back, I guess. Sorry, there was some internet fluctuation from my side. Now it is fine, guys. Now it is fine. Now it is fine, right? On app also it is working. Vinod sir and others. हाँ. Anita ma'am, I'm just fixing that particular one. Now it is fine. Okay, now it is fine, I guess, everywhere. Chalo. So when it comes to आपका this statement, okay, you got it, guys. ये समझ में आया सबको? Is this clear to everyone? So it was not correct. ठीक है. So these two statement was incorrect. Market demand curve slope upward when it combine these two. So basically when it comes to substitution effect or the income effect, ठीक है, it slope आपका downward increase. There is an increase in the income level of the users or consumers, or the substitute prices getting high, so still we'll have benefit, we'll have more demands. So that is the case. And when it comes to आपका the law of marginal utility, every unit we consume, every additional unit we consume, that gave us less amount of satisfaction. हम ऑफिस से घर आए, we consume one chapati, the utility was 10. We consumed आपका then second chapati, the utility of that second chapati, the second additional unit was आपका 8 only. When we reached to आपका fifth one, the utility came down to 2. ठीक है. तो that is the something relation between this one. तो option B will be right answer for this particular one. Correct है? Understood? This everyone, this you got it, guys. Anita ma'am and other, Vinod sir and all. Now it is fine, guys. So the statement 2 is incorrect and the statement 3 is also incorrect. Diminishing marginal utility, each additional unit provide a less satisfaction than the previous one. So that is the case in this particular one also, right? Next one. factors influencing market demand are correct. An increase in consumer average income generally lead to higher demand for goods even if prices remain unchanged. First one. The second one is आपका demand for a good is independent of population size of the market. The price the price and availability of substitute goods significantly affect the demand for a commodity. Cultural, historical, psychological can influence consumer taste and preferences. If external factors like income or consumer preferences change, the demand remain unchanged. Very simple question. ठीक है, क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर बताओ गाइस. दिस इज लाइक बिलीव मी गाइस 2 मार्कर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, सो ऐसे क्वेश्चन आपको मिलेंगे. इफ यू गुड विद द कॉन्सेप्ट पार्ट यू गाइस आर गोइंग टू अचीव दैट वन. ठीक है, तो कोई नहीं रोक सकता आपको उन 2 मार्क्स को अचीव करने में. ठीक है, तो पहला स्टेटमेंट बिल्कुल करेक्ट है. सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग हियर. डिमांड फॉर गुड्स इंडिपेंडेंट, नो, इट इज आपका डिपेंड ऑन पॉपुलेशन साइज ऑल्सो. द थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज आपका करेक्ट. ठीक है, सो द प्राइस एंड अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सब्सटीट्यूट गुड्स सिग्निफिकेंटली अफेक्ट दी आपका 10. फोर्थ स्टेटमेंट दे डू अफेक्ट आपका ट्रू है. फिफ्थ स्टेटमेंट आपका रॉन्ग है बिकॉज दे हैव इम्पैक्ट ऑन दिस. तो ऑप्शंस व्हाट वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट मीन्स 1 3 4 1 3 4. सी आपका 2 स्टेटमेंट 2 इज इनकरेक्ट ना. Statement 2 is incorrect. The demand for goods independent of the population size of the man. No, this is wrong. आपका अच्छा ऑप्शंस में गड़बड़ है क्या कुछ. 1 3 4. Do we have 1 3 4 here? No. तो ये ना ऑप्शंस में कुछ गड़बड़ है. ठीक है, सो द ओनली 2 स्टेटमेंट आर रॉन्ग हियर. 1 is 2, another 1 is आपका 5. ठीक है, नॉट सी. सी थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट एंड आपका 5. फिफ्थ वन इज ऑल्सो सॉरी 1 2 3. 2 इज रॉन्ग आपका. ठीक है, दिस 2 इज रॉन्ग. ऑलराइट, कविता मैम, विनोद सर, इंदिरा मैम. ठीक है, सो दिस इज आपका यस. हाँ, तो दिस इज आपका रॉन्ग. योर राइट ऑप्शन शुड बी आपका हियर कि 1 देन 3 देन आपका 4. ठीक है, दीज आर द वन एंड यू ऑल विल गेट 2 मार्क्स फॉर दिस वन. ठीक है, ऑटोमेटिकली. ठीक है, दिस 2 मार्क्स एडिशन. ठीक है, जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ रॉन्ग ऑप्शंस एंड ऑल यू विल गेट 2 मार्क्स इन दिस पर्टिकुलर केस. तो फर्स्ट आपका स्टेटमेंट वॉज करेक्ट. हायर डिमांड लेवल जनरली इंक्रीज द डिमांड फॉर द गुड्स. सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट आपका विच इज इनकरेक्ट. पॉपुलेशन साइज अफेक्ट द मार्केट डिमांड्स. लार्जर पॉपुलेशन जनरली लीड टू हायर डिमांड्स. फिफ्थ स्टेटमेंट वॉज रॉन्ग. एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर कॉज इन दिस वन. गेट इट गाइस, समझ में आया सबको. विनोद सर, इंदिरा मैम, कविता मैम. बैंक नीति ऑप्शन 2. हाँ देखो ऑप्शन 2 आपका क्या है. ठीक है, आ गया समझ में. ठीक है, सर बहुत बढ़िया. हाँ, हियर इट इज आपका एक्सप्लेनेशन कि लाइक इट इज पॉपुलेशन. जब हमने फैक्टर्स आपका पढ़े थे ना एट द टाइम ऑफ बिगिनिंग ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर मॉड्यूल यूनिट आपका हियर, सो वी डिस्कस हियर इट इज. ठीक है, नंबर ऑफ बायर्स इज इक्वल टू योर पॉपुलेशन. इफ लाइक आपका इंडियन मार्केट, सो इन इंडियन मार्केट वी हैव ह्यूज बायर बेस इन ऑल. तो दैट्स वाई आपका दिस इज द वन. मोर बायर लीड टू मोर डिमांड्स. ठीक है, सो इफ विल हैव मोर डिमांड मोर बायर्स, so it will lead to more demands and all, and that will आपका eventually add in these particular cases. ठीक है, चलो and we need to change this answer also. Please do correct that one and you all got 2 marks. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. नेक्स्ट वन, ये किस्मत से मिले हैं सबको. चलो नेक्स्ट वन गाइस, नेक्स्ट वन. मैनी पीपल विल गिव अप. ठीक है, आई नो, मतलब जो लोग अभी जिनके अंदर बिल्कुल भी पेशेंस नहीं है, रीज़न फॉर द गिविंग अप इज लाइक यू बिलीव इन दैट डिलुलू कि आपका मतलब छोटे छोटे क्वेश्चन करेंगे हो जाएंगे. छोटे क्वेश्चन यू विल सी फॉर 40 क्वेश्चन विल बी देयर आपका हाफ मार्क्स क्वेश्चन एंड समटाइम विल फील कॉन्फिडेंट ऑल्सो कि यार बहुत बढ़िया गया है. बट वन बिकॉज द 40 क्वेश्चन इज इक्वल टू ओनली 20 मार्क्स. ठीक है, जस्ट डू दैट कैलकुलेशन गाइज. वो कैलकुलेशन मिस नहीं होना है क्योंकि उस कैलकुलेशन को मिस करोगे तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो अगला क्वेश्चन आपका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट अबाउट द शिफ्ट इन डिमांड एंड एक्सपेक्टेशंस ऑफ द लॉ ऑफ डिमांड आर करेक्ट. दिस क्वेश्चन गेट आस्क्ड इन प्रीवियस 3 शिफ्ट आपका. ठीक है, मतलब प्रीवियस 3 सेशंस कंटिन्यूसली हर बार आपको ये पूछा जाता है, तो जहाँ से आपको इस पर ध्यान रखना है. ठीक है, तो लेट्स ट्राई, ज़्यादा स्टेटमेंट को देखकर घबराना नहीं है, ठीक है. वी हैव ट्राई टू कवर द मैक्सिमम थिंग्स आपका. यस, हाँ, वी गेटिंग आंसर ऑल्सो. इंदिरा मैम, वेल डन. चलो लेट्स सी, होप योर आंसर इज करेक्ट, बट एटलीस्ट यू आपका डेयर टू आंसर दैट वन. तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट आपका, व्हेन इट कम्स टू फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, द शिफ्ट इन डिमांड occur when factors other than the price of goods influence quantity demanded. First statement is आपका correct. We have to find out correct statement. Second statement, an increase in average income level lead to rightward shift in the demand. ठीक है, let's say if your income आपका, your salary will increase from 10,000, obviously you will consume more, right? So that is the case. Then आपका Vivlin good follow the law of demand strictly and experience reduce when the prices increase. No, ठीक है. Vivlin good, they does not follow these particular one, ठीक है. So they are something आपका जहाँ पे they are similar to that like when it comes to the luxury brands and all ना, जैसे Apple, they come up with their iPhone आपका, so people having काइंड ऑफ अ स्टेटस विद दैट पर्टिकुलर फोन, ठीक है. तो उससे ज़्यादा फर्क आपका नहीं पड़ता है, ठीक है, इन चीज़ों के ऊपर, बिकॉज दे आर सिंबल ऑफ आपका सम स्टेटस एंड ऑल. गिवन गुड्स आर इंफीरियर गुड्स, सी एन इंक्रीज इन डिमांड when their prices rise आपका, people start storing those particular things and all, ठीक है. So ऐसा हमने बहुत बार आपका देखने के लिए मिला है, ठीक है. So that is also correct here. The next one is necessary goods and service do not follow demand आपका, again like salt and others, 100% true. Changes in the income level can lead to exceptions in the law of demand affecting the consumer purchasing behavior. Changes in income level can lead to exceptions in the law of demands affecting the consumer purchasing behaviors. हाँ, this can be also right. तो 1 2 4 5 6, हाँ 100% आपका D will be right answer for this particular one, ठीक है. yes, हाँ 100% विनोद सर, they are equal to आपका luxury good, ठीक है. luxury goods, so basically they are kind of a symbol of आपका luxury. So like this is usually for the richer segment आपका, ठीक है. and they don't have any issues with the money and all, so they do not have scarce resources, right. आपका ये काम करेगा कहाँ पे, जहाँ पे we have limited resources and all, ठीक है, when it comes to law of demand. चलो next one guys. no worries बैंक नीति, I hope it is fine, ठीक है. so D रानी मैम and आपका बैंक नीति. आपका नाम क्या है, आप नाम बता दीजिए, सो मेरे को याद रहेगा. आप देखो क्या है ना, वन थिंग, दोज हु आर like by any chance when you are messing with some concepts and all, तो my recommendation is still कि spend at least 3-4 hours with that आपका concept ब्रह्मास्त्र session. That will help you to make your understanding around these things. This module, as I said earlier also, it is definitely based on the concept. तो concept अगर आपके सही हैं तभी पूरा story सही है, otherwise आपका फिर guess work करने का कोई point नहीं है, ठीक है. So supply schedule आपका, supply schedule, the supply schedule show the relationship between the market price of the goods and the quantity supplied, keep other factors आपका constant. So when it comes to supply curve, supply schedule means supply curve, ठीक है. So it is आपका, this is your pricing and this is your quantity, right, and it move like this, ठीक है. ये आपका supply curve इस तरीके से जाता है, ठीक है. So at higher price we want to, as a supplier, as a seller we want to sell आपका more, at lower price we want to sell less, ठीक है. That is the logic. So supply schedule show the relationship between market price of goods and the quantity supplied, ठीक है. At higher market price we want to supply आपका high and at lower price we want to supply low, ठीक है. An increase in price of goods lead to an increase in quantity of goods supply, ठीक है. बिल्कुल सही जो बात हमने इस चार्ट के थ्रू कही. The supply curve for the goods is downward sloping, no, it is आपका upward sloping, as you can see in the image also, ठीक है. So indicating higher prices lead to higher supply आपका, ठीक है. This is completely wrong. 1 and 2 means A will be right answer for this particular one. Very good guys, well done, ठीक है. So A will be right answer for this one. हाँ बिल्कुल सही. हाँ अगर देखो फिर भी अगर डाउटफुल रहता है ना, जैसे कई बार क्या होता है कि लाइक वी आर नॉट मशीन की एक बार हमने चीज़ें देखी सब समझ में आ जाएगा, नो। बिलीव, हमें देखो रियलिटी को हमें एक्सेप्ट करना है एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली यू हैव टू एक्ट। तो जस्ट गो थ्रू दोज पर्टिकुलर थिंग्स एंड इफ एनीथिंग मिसिंग गो थ्रू अगेन, दैट विल हेल्प यू टू बिल्ड दीज काइंड ऑफ कॉन्सेप्ट, ठीक है। तो सप्लाई कर्व आपका व्हेन इट कम्स टू लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई, इट इज बेसिकली आपका यू हैव टू सी द सप्लायर्स माइंडसेट कि आई एज अ सेलर आई वांट टू सेल थिंग्स, आपका मोर एंड मोर गुड्स और रेंडर मोर एंड मोर सर्विसेज एट अ हायर प्राइस, सो आई कैन maintain the profitability or I can increase the profitability for the firm आपका. Similarly here also we have the factors which generally affect this particular one. Now this is the question. Which of the following statement about market supply are correct? So you have to find out the correct statement. Okay, B आपका maximum people saying B. Okay, let's check the answer. So technological advancement reduce production cost and increase supply. 100% true. ठीक है. So first statement is 100% true, guys. First one is 100% true. That means your answer, if you are going with B, that is wrong. Why? Like let's say I'm manufacturing this marker. Earlier we were manufacturing this marker. We are running a company manually. ठीक है, इन लोगों से हम काम करा रहे थे. ठीक है. So they have a kind of a limited आपका strength and all. Later on what we did, we employed a machine. Now with limited people we can run this particular machine, and now after integration of that particular machine, our cost, earlier it was, the cost was supposed at 100 rupees per marker and it came down to आपका suppose that 80 rupees. ठीक है. earlier the selling price was, पहले हम कितने में बेच रहे थे, suppose that 150 पे, तो your margin was 50 rupees. now your margin become आपका, let's say we are selling at same price, your margin becomes 70 rupees. so what you will wish as a seller, क्या करेंगे इंदिरा मैम, तन्मय सर, विनोद सर, what you will try to do, you will try to sell more and more items. all right, so that is the one, so that's why it is true. 2 minutes. An increase in input price such as labor or energy or lead to a higher supply in the market. This is wrong. This is increasing your cost. That is increasing your cost. Wrong hai. Government policies such as taxes regulation can impact the total supply of goods. 100%. ठीक है. कई बार होता है ना, government put some sort of restrictions on imports or some आपका they increase or decrease the taxes, that will definitely have the impact. तो 1 in 3 आपका C should be right answer for this particular one. Understood guys? Yes or no? समझ में आया? ठीक है, चमका सबको. ठीक है, नॉट डी. हाँ, बैंक नीति मार्क द करेक्ट आंसर फॉर दिस वन. अदर्स आपका ठीक है, डन है. ऑल राइट, वेरी गुड. चलो लेट्स गो थ्रू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Okay, I need to change this workplace. Just allow me 2 minutes. Until that time, I'll give you the question, basic question. Try to answer these one. All right, guys. Everything is fine now. Yes. So, what will be your correct answer for this one? What you guys have submitted? C. Very good. Well done. So, the C, option C, will be right answer for this particular question. Next one, guys. Which of the following statement is true about the equilibrium price to be stable? So when it comes to equilibrium, so it is a point of intersection between आपका demand and supply. ठीक है? तो where basically sellers is agreeing an ability to sell that particular price and buyer is आपका ability to buy that particular price. ठीक है? That point is called equilibrium. तो प्राइस नाउ इट इज आपका टू बी स्टेबल, समटाइम इट इज आपका सरप्लस सो इट विल कम डाउन, समटाइम इट इज डेफिसिट सो इट विल कम अप. ठीक है. सो इफ द प्राइस अबव द इक्विलिब्रियम सरप्लस शुड पुश प्राइस डाउन एंड इफ इट इज आपका बिलो सो शॉर्टेज शुड पुश प्राइसेस अप. ठीक है. सो दैट इज अ पॉइंट कॉल्ड इक्विलिब्रियम. सो स्टेटमेंट सी आपका दैट विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस वन. सो दिस इज द पॉइंट ऑफ इक्विलिब्रियम वेयर वी हैव दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. Alright, guys. So equilibrium is in the context of supply and demand refer to state where the quantity of goods or services that buyer are willing and able to purchase equal to the quantity that seller are willing and able to sell. The point of intersection is called your आपका equilibrium point, right? चलो next one. So small study and for 1 marks. Let's see how many of you able to answer this question. तो ऐसे छोटे छोटे केसेस भी आपको मिलेंगे कई बार स्टोरी बेस, उनको देखकर घबराना नहीं है. ठीक है. यू हैव टू स्टडी आपका एंड यू हैव टू अप्लाई द कॉन्सेप्ट. A city experienced extreme rainfall and flooding, damaging the crop. As a result, cost of wheat rises significantly, affecting the production of bread. Okay, so bakeries find it more expensive to produce bread and reduce their supply. Meanwhile, the local government announced financial aid programs increasing the disposable income, means they have reduced the taxes. Disposable income is basically taxes after आपका income, right? So this lead to an increase in demand or essential goods including bread. तो क्या होना चाहिए इस केस में आपका the scenario, the price of bread will increase due to both lower supply and the higher demand. So first only will be right answer for this particular question. Screen is not visible. Okay, just a minute, huh, ma'am? I'll check at my end first. I have changed the internet also. Okay, just a minute. I guess there is some issue. Okay, huh, just a minute, huh. Okay, let me reconnect this one. I guess some issue from the network itself. Now on my mobile it is, I guess It is fine. Uh, Vinod sir, can you please check now? So A will be right answer for this one. You guys get it? Why it is A? A आपका क्यों right answer होगा, ठीक है? So I hope everybody got this particular one. It is, there is some आपका on YouTube it is looking fine, but I guess on app it is, the resolution part was very low. Just a minute, I'll re-upload this one. Yes, I'll re-upload this one. Now it is fine. Till the time other try this one. Just a minute, ma'am. I'm trying to fix this one. From streaming end, it is showing fine, but at आपका when it comes to the screen, it is showing bit low. Just 1 second. So the next question, guys, which accurately describe the concept of demand schedule. This is a very simple one. What will be your correct answer for this one? Anyone? A, B, C. Why this A, B, C? This is आपका supply schedule, ठीक है? Not B. B is about the supply schedule. Gayatri ma'am, B is about the supply schedule, not about the this. ठीक है? Demand schedule, graphical representation of relationship between price and quantity demanded आपका, ठीक है? This can be. What is the question आपका? Okay. A demand schedule is independent of law of demand. No. A demand schedule refer to the table that shows the quantity of goods that consumers willing to purchase at various prices. So A should be right answer for this particular one. The C is also correct in this case. Both are the same definitions. Okay. Chalo. So next one, guys. Next one. Next one. Now it is fine, I guess. Indra ma'am, now it is fine, right? So in economics, the supply curve illustrates the relationship between the quantity of goods producers are willing to sell this. So there are several factors that can affect the position and the slope of supply curve. For instance, a technological advancement that lower the production cost will typically dash the supply curve, leading to more quantity supplied at each price label. So it is आपका right word. And government implement regulations that make production costly, it will move this particular one to leftward आपका, ठीक है. So आपका rightward leftward, yes, option C should be right answer for this particular question. Correct है. Very good. चलो next one guys, next one. Okay, next unit आपका which is something when it comes to money supply and inflation. We have two areas आपका, two part of this topic. One is money supply. Money supply आपका, that chart you have to remember, or the sometime you'll see the question around the role of money or the functions of money, and the another one is inflation. So when we देखो इसको पढ़ना is very easy. It's a kind of a 2 paragraph topic आपका, ठीक है. But when it comes to inflation, it's a broader topic but easy because we have read inflation earlier also. बहुत बार आप लोगों ने बैंकिंग या अदर्स एरियाज के अंदर आप लोगों ने इसको आपका डिस्कस किया होगा, ठीक है. ओके, जस्ट अ मिनट, आई गो बैक टू दैट. हाँ, दैट इज़ ओनली आपका रिप्रेजेंटेशन, ठीक है विनोद सर. दैट इज़ ओनली अबाउट द रिप्रेजेंटेशन, ठीक है. ऐसे आपका देयर इज़ नो डिस्टिंक्शन, ठीक है. बट वाइल वी रिप्रेजेंट दिस आपका इन अ ग्राफिकल वे, सो वी यूज़ आपका लेफ्ट वर्ड एंड राइट वर्ड्स, ठीक है. सो लेफ्ट वर्ड आपका अपर साइड एंड द अदर वे. ऑलराइट. नेक्स्ट वन आपका, सो वी हैव मनी सप्लाई, इन्फ्लेशन, कॉजेज एंड मेजर. सो इन्फ्लेशन, मनी सप्लाई, M1 to M4, इन्फ्लेशन, कॉजेज ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन, इंपॉर्टेंट सब टॉपिक, मेजरमेंट CPI WPI के ऊपर क्वेश्चन एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, एंड मनी सप्लाई आपका ऑल द अदर. वेरी इजी वन, ठीक है. सो आई होप एवरीबडी विल बी एबल टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन, द एवरी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम दिस वन. This one from your last examination only, last paper only. Functions of money. So money eliminate the need for the barter system, means the exchange of आपका goods to goods, or that gold and silver coins and all. Money can be used for the future purposes also, ठीक है. This is wrong, this is true. Money help in determining the value of goods and services, again आपका true, ठीक है. So 1 in 3 means आपका option C will be right answer for this particular question, ठीक है. So this is the functions आपका money, anything which perform the following 4 functions. The first one is medium of exchange, another one is measure of value, a store of value over time, then आपका standard for the deferred payment, ठीक है. These are the areas, and this is explanation is also given in that particular one. So very simple one. Next one, अगला question guys. Tanmay sir is saying option B. Other also guys, try. So money supply refer to, अच्छा okay, I'll give you a hint first. Go through this जल्दी से आपका, ठीक है. ये प्रैक्टिस थोड़ा सा बना लो इसको, और दिस इज समथिंग विच इज़ गोइंग टू गिव यू एटलीस्ट आपका हाफ मार्क्स टू 1 मार्क्स इन योर अपकमिंग एग्जामिनेशन. एवरी टाइम दे आस्क वन क्वेश्चन अराउंड आपका दिस फर्दर क्लासिफिकेशन or reporting also. It is generally RBI release this particular money supply data on fortnight basis. It should be mentioned somewhere. हाँ, it is mentioned here, ठीक है. So money supply is the stock of money available in an economy at a given point of time. It is money supply data and recorded and published by RBI on fortnight basis. ये पूछा गया कई बार half marks में. It is a form of Excel sheet giving statement about the money supply and also comparative figures of the previous fortnight. Money supply affect the price level, exchange rate and business cycle in the economy. So आपका this. We have आपका classification narrow money, M1 which is आपका currency with public, demand deposit with banking system and other deposit with RBI. M2 M1 plus saving deposit with post office. M3 M1 which is also known as broad money. M1 plus term deposit with banking system, this plus this. M4 आपका M3 plus all deposit with post office saving bank excluding, this is excluding national saving certificates. Reserve money MO, currency in circulation plus bankers deposit with RBI plus other deposit with आपका RBI. ठीक है. नाउ गो थ्रू अगेन. अभी सबसे बन जाना चाहिए और करेक्ट आना चाहिए. ओपन चीटिंग हो रही है अब तो. So first statement आपका money supply refer to total stock of money available at given point of time. ठीक है. M3 which is आपका broad money include M1 plus your आपका term deposit with banking system, that is also correct. ठीक है. Reserve money include currency in circulation, bankers deposit with RBI plus other deposit with RBI. ठीक है. That is also true. M4 include all deposit with post office including आपका excluding, so this is wrong. Money supply data in India is recorded and published by RBI on fortnight basis. ठीक है. तो ये दो पॉइंट आप लोगों के मिस हुए थे आई गेस. ठीक है. तो 1 2 3 मीन्स ऑप्शन ए विल बी राइट. अनीता मैम ऑप्शन ए. ठीक है. चीटिंग कराया मैंने आप लोगों को. ठीक है. सो ऑप्शन ए विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. इट एक्सक्लूड दिस वन एंड आपका द डेटा गेट पब्लिश बाय आरबीआई ऑन फोर्टनाइट बेसिस. ठीक है. दैट इज द केस. करेक्ट है. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. हु इंट्रोड्यूस द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मनी मल्टीप्लायर अप्रोच टू आपका मनी सप्लाई. मनी मल्टीप्लायर इज समथिंग व्हेन इट कम्स टू मनी मल्टीप्लायर इट इज द मनी और द क्रिएशन ऑफ मनी विच इज डन बाय बैंक. देखो क्या होता है ना, लेट्स से आरबीआई रिलीज आपका 100 रुपीज इन द मार्केट. ठीक है. नाउ दिस 100 रुपीज केम टू योर हैंड, सम पर्सन आपका who deposited this particular one with bank. Based on this deposit, what bank will do, they'll create आपका, they'll create assets आपका. ठीक है. और कहीं ना कहीं आपका बैंक दे इशू क्रेडिट कार्ड्स, दे आपका प्रोवाइड ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी, दे प्रोवाइड कैश क्रेडिट्स. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे एरियाज आपका. ठीक है. सो वेयर as a bank, as a financial institution, we are adding in this particular money, we are multiplying this particular money in many fold आपका. ठीक है. So this concept is given by Milton Friedman and Anna Squared. So option B आपका that will be right answer for this one. Please ध्यान रखिएगा इसको. सिंपल सा एक लॉजिकल मतलब एक स्टैटिक बेस्ड क्वेश्चन है. नेक्स्ट वन वेलोसिटी आपका, ये भी पूछा गया लास्ट एग्जामिनेशन ऑल्सो. देयर वाज अ क्वेश्चन अराउंड द वेलोसिटी ऑफ मनी. ठीक है. वेलोसिटी ऑफ मनी. बन जाएगा और एल्स आई विल हेल्प यू आउट विद दैट. एक बार ट्राई कीजिए एवरीवन. So money multiplier explain how MO or M0 is converted into broad money in banking system. Velocity of money measure how frequently a unit of currency is changing hand is आपका यूजिंग ट्रांजेक्शन इन अ गिवन टाइम. ठीक है, लेट्स से वी हैव अ 100 rupees note or 50 rupees note. How frequently it is changing hand from one person to another for the transaction purpose in a specific or given time duration. वेलोसिटी का मतलब यही है यहाँ पे कि कितना फ्रीक्वेंटली आपका वो नोट एक पर्सन से दूसरे पर्सन के पास जा रहा है ट्रांजेक्शन्स के लिए. ठीक है. थर्ड वन, द फॉर्मूला ऑफ मनी मल्टीप्लायर इज M3 डिवाइड बाई MO. The velocity of money is calculated as money supply, no, money supply to nominal GDP. What is the formula for this one? Nominal GDP divide by आपका, it should be reverse आपका. ठीक है, nominal GDP divide by आपका money supply. ठीक है, nominal GDP divide by money supply, it should be आपका reverse. Currency of the deposit ratio, currency to deposit ratio, reserve requirement and excess reserve are key determinant in money multiplier. Velocity of money establish a link between broad money and nominal GDP. This is also true. तो 1 2 3 5 6 1 2 3 5 6 हाँ, D बिल्कुल सही है, आप लोगों ने आंसर किया गाइस. ठीक है, ऑप्शन D will be right answer for this particular one. ठीक है, but here we can see Ramesh sir, आपका Rani ma'am and others are saying C, D will be right answer. ठीक है, so this is something, this is the only content which is about your velocity of money is given here. इतना ही दिया है. ठीक है, you just have to आपका focus around that particular content part only. ठीक है, and make your understanding, so आपको help करेगा आने वाले समय में. Alright, next one. Consider the following statement about inflation. ठीक है, तो क्या होगा? फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू. डिक्रीज इन आपका द रियल वैल्यू ऑफ द मनी. हाउ वी कैलकुलेट द रियल इनकम और रियल वैल्यू इज इक्वल टू योर नॉमिनल माइनस इन्फ्लेशन. ठीक है, तो अगर इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ रहा है, सो मतलब लेट्स से नॉमिनल इनकम माइनस दिस. लेट्स से यू इन्वेस्टेड 100 rupees at 7 means 107. ड्यूरिंग दैट पीरियड इन्फ्लेशन वॉज 5%. तो योर रियल इनकम विल बी आपका ओनली 2, राइट? दैट इज द केस. हाई इन्फ्लेशन क्रिएट अनसर्टेनिटी 100%. देन आपका इन्फ्लेशन ऑलवेज नेगेटिव impact on the economy. No, like we used to maintain a range, like economy like India, developing nations, so we have to do some sort of expenses. ठीक है, देखो क्या होगा अगर हम इन्फ्लेशन को 1% पे लाने का टारगेट रख लें तो ऑटोमेटिकली योर मनी सप्लाई विल बी लेस. अगर वो कम होगा तो डेवलपमेंट कैसे होगा? तो 1 and 2 आपका A will be right answer for this particular one without any doubt. Yes, very good guys. Next one. डिमांड पुल इन्फ्लेशन एंड कॉस्ट पुश इन्फ्लेशन, ये बहुत बार पूछा जाता है आपको. ठीक है, रीजन फॉर द इन्फ्लेशन. तो डिमांड पुल इन्फ्लेशन इज बेसिकली व्हेन इट कम्स टू डिमांड पुल इन्फ्लेशन, इंक्रीज इन डिमांड लीड टू इंक्रीज इन प्राइसेस एंड इंक्रीज इन प्राइसेस इज इक्वल टू योर इन्फ्लेशन. ठीक है, तो इन्फ्लेशन क्या होता है? महंगाई. सो व्हेन द प्राइसेस ऑफ जनरल गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज इंक्रीज. तो अब अगर किसी चीज़ की डिमांड बढ़ रही है, देयर कैन बी सो मेनी रीजन आपका फॉर द इंक्रीमेंट ऑफ डिमांड, लाइक इंक्रीज इन पॉपुलेशन लेवल, इंक्रीज इन इनकम लेवल, आपका एनी सप्लाई साइड ब्लॉकेजेस एंड ऑल. ठीक है, सो इंक्रीज इन दोज पर्टिकुलर फैक्टर्स विल लीड टू इंक्रीज इन प्राइसेस एंड इंक्रीज इन प्राइसेस इक्वल टू इन्फ्लेशन. कॉस्ट पुश इन्फ्लेशन आपका दैट इज इंक्रीज इन कॉस्ट ऑफ अ प्रोडक्ट. अगर रॉ मटेरियल, लेबर चार्जेस एंड अदर्स, if they are getting higher, this will also lead to increase in overall prices, so that will also lead to the inflation. ठीक है, तो demand pull inflation occur when aggregate demanded exceed aggregate supply, 100% true. Cost push inflation cause increase by production cost leading to आपका higher prices, this is also correct. Increase in money supply can contribute to demand pull inflation, this is also correct. Yeah. Fourth आपका the cost push inflation occur only when there is shortage. No, ठीक है, there are other reason also. Cost push inflation के there are so many reason. There can be so many reason to increase this particular cost, like आपका raw material, आपका labor charges, government taxes और आपका the supply side also. So 1, 2, 3 means option A will be right answer for this particular question. Okay, Basant sir, understood? Anita ma'am, you want to say something? You have raised hand. Alright, chalo. So demand pull and cost push. So this is the one you have to go through this particular one once. Very simple one. ज़्यादा लोड नहीं लेना है, बहुत आसानी से समझ में आ जाएगा. ठीक है, चलो नेक्स्ट वन गाइस. So, which of the following statement about inflation and prices indices are correct? CPI, WPI, two prices, two indices are there. So, based on those particular one only, this is the question. क्या होगा आंसर? फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट अबाउट द इंडाइसेस 100% ट्रू. सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट CPI रेफर टू द प्राइस चेंज इन आपका कंज्यूमर प्राइसेस नॉट द होलसेल प्राइसेस. ठीक है, फॉर होलसेल वी हैव WPI होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स. द रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया यूज और कंसिडर आपका CPI इन्फ्लेशन. कोर इन्फ्लेशन एक्सक्लूड फूड एंड एनर्जी आपका ड्यू टू देयर फ्लक्चुएशंस. ट्रू. तो 134 मीन्स आपका ऑप्शन बी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. वेरी गुड गाइस, ऑसम. ठीक है, सो ऑप्शन बी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. नेक्स्ट वन. Which of the following is not one of the index under the CPI? So we have आपका CPI that is different. We have 4 indices, sub indices under the CPI. Industrial workers है, we have agriculture labor है, we have आपका urban non-manual employees आपका है, and there is one another. So agriculture, हाँ. So CPI rural urban combined आपका, this is the one, and agriculture industrial worker, industrial agriculture, or this one more is there I guess. ठीक है, and service sector employees we do not have specifically for this one, they also get covered under this one. ठीक है, through आपका UNME. C will be right answer for this particular one. हाँ, here it is mentioned industrial, agriculture, we have rural, and we have CPI आपका combined. ठीक है, that is the case. ठीक है, C which is the right answer for this particular one. Next one guys. Wholesale price index WPI. And where are others today? Day 1 everyone will have like some sort of motivation. Day 2 आपका motivation like 100 out of 100 30% out. ठीक है, Day 2 आपका another 20% out. Day 3 आपका another 20% out. Day 4 only 20% remain, right? तो इस तरीके से competition is आपके लिए आसान हो जाएगा. ठीक है, but here it is as such we do not have any sort of आपका sectional or the cut off वाला things and all. So that is a good thing. If you able to manage with 2 modules also, that is the you only have to score 50 marks आपका. तो next WPI measure the change in आपका prices of wholesale level. True. The Office of Economic Advisor under the Ministry of Finance released the WPI. No, it is released by the आपका Economic Advisor. हाँ, it is not by this Economic Advisor under the Ministry of Finance. हाँ, some Department of Promotion and Trade आपका they generally release this one. The 3 major group आपका primary articles, fuel and manufacture. ठीक है, we have total 697 articles which are part of this one. Then we have the base year is 11-12. We are planning, government is planning to migrate this particular one to 17-18. True. रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया यूज आपका CPI, दिस इज रॉन्ग, ठीक है. 134 मीन्स ऑप्शन बी विल बी राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन, ठीक है. सो ऑफिस ऑफ इकोनॉमिक एडवाइजर, डिपार्टमेंट फॉर प्रमोशन इन इंडस्ट्री, promotion of industry and trade, we generally release this particular one, not Ministry of Finance. And this is आपका CPI, RBI use आपका CPI, not the WPI आपका, right. चलो next one. Which of the following statement accurately explain the GDP deflator, ठीक है, GDP deflator as a measure of inflation. Nominal GDP divided by real GDP, ठीक है. So when it comes to GDP deflator, it is nominal divided by real, ठीक है. So basically we are adjusting the inflation in the GDP numbers. When you calculate GDP by using nominal, so the number will be high, or when you are calculating real, so the number will be low, ठीक है. Nominal is basically we are using current market prices for the current year, so today's price for today calculation. Real is basically after the adjustment, where we are using the base year concept, right. So we are adding prices as per the base year, so that is the case aapka. So similarly related to this one, okay. Let's discuss this particular one. GDP deflator, also known as implied price deflator, is a measure of inflation especially for the change in prices of goods and services produced in an economy, used to adjust nominal GDP to real GDP, reflecting the true output of that particular economy. It is used to convert nominal GDP measured at the current prices into real GDP, which is constant prices, base year आपका, allowing for a more accurate comparison of economic output across different different period and all, right. So calculation, how we calculate this one, so it is आपका nominal GDP divided by real GDP, ठीक है. Nominal divided by real into 100, so that is the formula. Significance, it helps economists to understand the impact of inflation on growth, right. So that is during that particular period. So this is the formula and this is आपका assessment. Now we'll come to your question, ठीक है. तो क्या था question आपका, what was your question? A आपका, and some people are saying A, or some people are saying B, or some people are saying C, ठीक है. ऐसा चलो अभी बताओ दोबारा से, ठीक है. We have gone through this particular one. So the GDP deflator account the all goods and services produced in the economy, providing a comprehensive inflation measure आपका, ठीक है. तो first statement is true. Second statement आपका, it is effective for both short term and long term price changes in the economy. No, like when it comes to inflation, we usually having long term measure with this particular one, ठीक है. So not आपका both, only आपका long term measure. Unlike the fixed basket indicate as such as CPI, WPI, GDP deflator adjusts for the changes in consumption pattern. GDP deflator is not suitable for immediate inflation targeting. Yes. So 134 means option B will be right answer for this particular one. ठीक है. B should be right answer. Yes. So option B is the right answer for this one. But the question na, in your previous examination there was a question आपका this, ठीक है. This was the question and this concept is defined in your आपका curriculum also. So you have to be bit comfortable with this one also, ठीक है. तो थोड़ा सा ध्यान रखें. क्या होगा आंसर बताओ. ये आपका एक्चुअल क्वेश्चन था, ठीक है, इन प्रीवियस एग्जामिनेशन. यस. तो क्या है आपका नॉमिनल जीडीपी डिवाइड बाय रियल जीडीपी. वी आर डूइंग सम सॉर्ट ऑफ एडजस्टमेंट. वी आर चेकिंग आपका कि आप द बेसिकली नॉमिनल जीडीपी जो हम लोग करेंट मार्केट प्राइसेस के हिसाब से, दिस मार्कर प्राइस टुडे इट इज़ आपका सपोज दैट 100 रुपीज़. तो वाइल यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग जीडीपी एट नॉमिनल यू आर एडिंग दिस वन 100 रुपीज़ आपका. व्हेन यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग रियल जीडीपी, ठीक है, इन्फ्लेशन एडजस्टेड. सो सब वी आर यूजिंग द बेस ईयर 2011-12. सो सपोज दैट ड्यूरिंग दैट पीरियड 11-12 आपका 11-12 द प्राइस ऑफ वन मार्कर वॉज 90 रुपीज़. सो व्हेन यू विल कैलकुलेट बाय रियल जीडीपी, सो जब आप जीडीपी के नंबर्स को दिखाओगे तो वहाँ पे आप आउटपुट में यू विल ऐड 90 रुपीज़ अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस पर्टिकुलर. So this increment happened due to the inflation. So this is something आपका which is showing the effect of inflation on the overall areas and others. ठीक है. Alright guys. चलो next one. Okay. Now the next topic is आपका theories of interest. Bit conceptual और bit complicated but 3 to 4 marks. ठीक है. और इफ़ यू हैव अंडरस्टूड डिमांड एंड सप्लाई वेल, अगर आपने वो टॉपिक बहुत अच्छे से पढ़ लिया है तो यहाँ पे उतने ज़्यादा चैलेंजेस नहीं आएंगे. ठीक है. तो अगेन आई विल हाईली रिकमेंड, हाईली सजेस्ट, दिस इज समथिंग कि जहाँ पे यू कैन नॉट स्किप दैट फाउंडेशन वाला पार्ट. तो इसके लिए आपको उसको देखना ही देखना है. ठीक है. तो व्हेन इट कम्स टू दिस वन, वी हैव क्लासिकल थ्योरी ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, वी हैव कीन्स लिक्विडिटी प्रेफरेंस थ्योरी ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, वी हैव आपका LM एंड IS एंड LM मॉडल आपका. ठीक है. सो दीज आर जनरली पार्ट ऑफ दिस वन. तो ये 3 डिफरेंट एरियाज जो आपको मदद करेंगे. ठीक है. व्हेन इट कम्स टू थ्योरीज ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, व्हाई आई ऑलवेज लिंक दिस वन विद डिमांड एंड सप्लाई. द थ्योरीज ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, द इंटरेस्ट रेट इन मार्केट ऑल्सो गेट डिसाइडेड ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डिमांड एंड सप्लाई ओनली. ठीक है. बट द यूजर गॉट चेंज. यहाँ पे दिस इज योर आपका डिमांड कर्व. ठीक है. यह हमारा डिमांड कर्व था, यह हमारा सप्लाई कर्व था. ठीक है. नाउ व्हेन इट कम्स टू इंटरेस्ट, ठीक है, द रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट ऑन द डिपॉजिट, तो वो कैसे चेंज होता है, या ऑन लोन प्राइसेस एंड अदर्स. सो इट डिपेंड ऑन डिमांड एंड सप्लाई आपका. ठीक है. सिंपल सा इक्विलिब्रियम विल डिसाइड. इफ इट इज सरप्लस इट विल कम डाउन, इफ इट इज डेफिसिट इट विल गो अप. राइट. सो नाउ डिमांड इज क्रिएटेड बाय हुम. डिमांड कौन क्रिएट करता है, कौन है कंज्यूमर आपका इंटरेस्ट में, लोन में, आपका बोरोवर्स. ठीक है. डिमांड इज क्रिएटेड बाय बोरोवर्स हु बोरो मनी फ्रॉम द सिस्टम. एंड सप्लाई इज क्रिएटेड बाय हुम, आपका जो सेवर्स होते हैं, जो हाउस होल्ड या अदर्स हैं. ठीक है. दोज हु सेव मनी. अब देखो सोचो दोबारा से सेम चीज़ आपका एज अ बोरोवर व्हाट आई वांट, कि आई वांट टू बोरो मनी एट अ मिनिमल रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. ठीक है. मुझे जितने कम रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट पे लोन मिलेगा उतना मेरे लिए क्या होगा, आपका अच्छा होगा. ठीक है. तो दैट इज समथिंग आपका रिलेटेड टू दिस. सप्लायर में जब आप अपना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करो, व्हेन यू आर कीपिंग योर मनी विद बैंक और एनी वेन एवर यू आर लैंडिंग योर मनी. ठीक है. सो व्हाट वी वांट टू लैंड आर मनी एट अ हायर रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. ठीक है. जितना ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंटरेस्ट मिले हो, तो दैट एंटायर इज आपका 10. ठीक है. अब इसमें लाइक लेट्स से व्हेन यू विल कम टू द कीन्स लिक्विडिटी प्रेफरेंस, वी हैव 3 डिफरेंट प्रेफरेंसेस व्हाई पीपल सेव मनी. ठीक है. या फिर आप IS एंड LM कब आपका हाउ द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ चेंजेस इन मनी योर फिस्कल पॉलिसी एंड मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी इम्पैक्ट द प्राइसिंग इन मनी मार्केट एंड ऑल, उनके इम्पैक्ट को मेजर करने के लिए आदर्स दैट जनरली कम्स अंडर दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे क्लासिकल थ्योरी रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट, ऐसे बहुत सारे नाम आपको मिलेंगे. आई विल कम टू द क्वेश्चन फर्स्ट. आपका कहाँ गया, चलो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट अबाउट इंटरेस्ट इज करेक्ट. बताओ दोस्तों. इन्जॉय करो इसको, मतलब मॉड्यूल बी को आपको इन्जॉय करना पड़ेगा तभी ये समझ में आएगा, वरना थोड़ा सा बाउंसर हो जाएंगे. So pure interest is the only factor influencing the differences in interest rate on loan आपका. Pure interest no. तो फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट इज रॉन्ग आपका. ठीक है. इंटरेस्ट the when it comes to interest rate आपका it vary with different factors. ठीक है. There are so many factors आपका, not only pure interest. The another statement आपका the rate of interest is influenced by demand for borrowings and supply for loanable funds. ठीक है. बिल्कुल सही है. ठीक है. Demand for borrowings by the आपका कंपनीज एंड इंडिविजुअल हाउ मच दे वांट टू बोरो, एंड आपका लोनेबल फंड्स आपका हाउ मच दे वांट टू लैंड, राइट? दिस इज द वन. A long-term government loan generally offer a higher interest rate than the short-term. This is also आपका सही है, like it is, you can apply on your bank also, ठीक है? So what will be your correct answer? 2 and 3. B should be right answer for this particular question, right? So this is the one. So this is आपका the only one, not only the आपका this factor. We have multiple factors also. So regarding the classical theory of interest, बताइए दोस्तों. बहुत सारे लोग छोड़ देते हैं इसको सुनते ही, देखते ही. तो ठीक है, just focus on increment. Before solving these type of questions, focus on increment, right? And focus on CIB examination next term. That is, these are the motivation. All right. और क्या चाहिए? So yes, Anita ma'am is saying option D. Other also guys, Indra ma'am is saying, okay, for the previous question, the rate of interest determined by the equilibrium of demand and supply of the saving. Okay, that the point of intersection between demand and supply. That is the one. The demand for capital is directly related to interest. आपका no, they are inversely related. ठीक है, not directly. They are inversely related. ठीक है. Then the next one means आपका inversely, if there will be high demands, the demand for capital, if interest rate will be high, there will be low demands, or that is the case आपका, ठीक है? And if there will in low interest rate, people capital demands for the interest will be high, loan will be high. The supply of capital is influenced by saving, which depend on factor like income and willingness to save. Yes. The classical theory consider interest rate as a real phenomena by the real factors saving and investment. Yes. And when it comes to the another theory, that the next theory about this one, classical, no, there was one theory आपका, ठीक है, Keynes liquidity preference theory. They generally criticize this one. उन्होंने बोला कि saving and investment आपका, these are kind of a like they are not the real phenomena. It is depend on the how, like with what motive you are saving the money. Keynes criticized the classical theory by stating interest is a reward for the part pertaining with liquidity, not with the saving. This was the statement. So 1345 means आपका option D will be right answer for this particular question. Very good, Anita ma'am. Why other are not answering this question, guys? Yes, Ramesh Babu sir also mark the correct answer for this particular one. Okay? So this is a kind of a short notes. You can go with this particular one. Next one, Keynes preference theory. Okay? So consider the following statement regarding the Keynes liquidity preference theory. So what will be your correct answer? So we have like what Keynes said कि कोई भी person आपका जो मतलब like liquidity is a major preference, and basically when we hold money we have three interest आपका. One is transaction, another one is आपका precaution, and the next one is speculation. ठीक है, so these are the three one. ठीक है, speculative motive, आपका transaction motive, and आपका precautionary motive. So first, the demand for money is influenced by income level and interest rate. The speculative motive for holding money increase when bond prices are low. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? We are holding money. So when हम wait करें उस situation का when enterprises आपका bond prices are low, एक base समय मिलेगा वहाँ पे we will buy the bond so that आपका they can grow जब prices will increase आपका. ठीक है. Third one, the transaction motive is purely applicable to individual, not businesses. No, it does applicable to businesses. They also have आपका daily basis transactions and all. Wrong. Next one आपका a higher nominal interest rate lead to higher opportunity cost for the holding money. ठीक है, for holding money. ठीक है, so जितना ज़्यादा आपका opportunity आपका हायर नॉमिनल इंटरेस्ट आपका जितना होगा, ठीक है, उतना ही ज़्यादा उसमें अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट इन्वॉल्व होगी. इंटरेस्ट रेट आर एक्सपेक्टेड टू राइज इन फ्यूचर. पीपल प्रीफर टू होल्ड बॉन्ड्स. नो, इफ इंटरेस्ट रेट आर दिस दे विल सेल आपका. ठीक है, दे विल नॉट प्रीफर टू होल्ड, दे शुड सेल आपका. इन दिस केस दिस शुड बी रॉन्ग. The precautionary motive is due to uncertain future expenses, any sort of contingency and all. When interest rate are at lowest, speculative demand is at highest, not minimum, it is at highest. Okay? So this is the one. This is also wrong. The 1 2 4 6 1 2 4 6 1 no 1 2 4 6. So B should be right answer for this one, not D guys. B 1 2 4 6 ना. 5 is wrong. ठीक है, so 5 is wrong. आपका देखो फंडामेंटल का इशू है अभी भी. ठीक है, who mark the correct answer? रानी मैम mark the correct answer. Only person आपका थोड़ा सा आपको फंडामेंटली यू हैव टू गो थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. देखो एक बार में नहीं, समझने वाला गेम नहीं है. आपको यू हैव टू हैव गो थ्रू थिंग्स आपका वंस एंड ट्वाइस. डू रिवाइज थ्रू दैट यूनिट वाइज थिंग्स एंड ऑल, दैट विल हेल्प यू. ट्रांजेक्शन मोटिव, precautionary motive and speculative motive, or else you can follow this particular notes also, so that will also help you to revise the things and all. Right, next one statement about money market equilibrium are correct. Money market equilibrium. So equilibrium rate of interest is determined where the demand for money equal to the supply for money, which seems आपका 100% correct, which is 100% correct. If the interest rate higher than the equilibrium rate, people will sell. Interest rate is higher than the equilibrium, people will sell. People should buy in that case. ठीक है, equilibrium आपका it is आपका higher. ठीक है, people should buy and the factors will आपका then pull it down. ठीक है, so people should buy not sell आपका in this case. Right, so this should be wrong. The next one आपका when the interest rate is lower than the equilibrium rate, there is excess demand for money leading people will sell आपका. हाँ, this is आपका correctly mentioned. The next one आपका the money supply is fixed by the monetary authority and does not change in response to bond. When it comes to in response to bond buying and selling, that is fixed. ठीक है, let's say RBI is coming up with 10,000 crore rupees bonds आपका, so it will make an impact of 10,000 crore rupees bond only. So this fourth statement should be right. 134 do we have? Yes, C should be right answer for this. Very good, well done Indra ma'am, Rani ma'am and Tanmay sir, very good. So the only statement was आपका wrong in this particular case. Next one, IS and LM model. So IS and LM model, please go through this one. Introduction, first I'll give you introduction, otherwise थोड़ा confusion हो जाएगा. So IS and LM model in macroeconomics model that analyze the short run equilibrium for both goods market and आपका money market. ठीक है, IS represent the goods market and LM represent the money market. ठीक है, Hicks and Hessian आपका model हम इसको बोलते हैं. ठीक है, is a simplified framework using understanding how monetary and fiscal policy impact at a closed economy output and interest rate. ठीक है, if government is changing any like if government is coming up with any changes in monetary policy and fiscal policy, so how it is impacting the आपका interest rate in goods market and money market, that we generally get to know with the help of this particular model. Policy analysis, IS and LM model help a policymaker to understand how changes in monetary policy, change in money supply and fiscal policy can affect the output and the interest rate आपका. IS curve represent the combination of interest rate and output level where the goods market is in equilibrium. ठीक है, so goods market equilibrium get decided by the आपका IS, and LM curve आपका which represent the combination of interest rate and output level where the money market is in आपका equilibrium and all. ठीक है, तो now let's come back to that question. AFM will start आपका Sunday. ठीक है, who is this? Just off beat. I guess you asked this question somewhere else also. क्या नाम है सर आपका? Will do आपका Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. These 3 days are for AFM. ठीक है, so आपका Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. These 3 days are for आपका AFM only. Okay, just a minute. हाँ, screen is not clear. हाँ बिल्कुल राज सर, सो विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द संडे आपका. ठीक है, एंड AFM में आई हैव डन सो मेनी सेशन, so you can watch those particular one till that time. If you are only left with AFM, so you can start watching those particular one. ठीक है, do not wait because the data is static. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ है नहीं कि कुछ नया चेंज हो गया है, तो that is one. Now it is fine. अनीता मैम, इंदिरा मैम एंड ऑल, आई गेस नाउ इट इज़ फाइन. चलो अब बताइए क्या होगा आंसर. Yes, okay. चलो, तो the IS curve represent the equilibrium of goods market where the investment equal to saving at various income level. The second one, LM curve derived from the money market equilibrium where liquidity preference equal to money supply. The investment demand highly sensitive to interest rate changes. The IS curve will be no, it should be flatter आपका. ठीक है, it should be आपका flatter. So this is wrong. A rightward shift of the LM curve can result an increase in money supply or a decrease in liquidity preference for a given income level. The next one is also the IS curve is vertical. Monetary policy has no effect on output, while the LM curve is vertical. Fiscal policy has no effect. आपका ठीक है. The intersection of IS and LM curve determine equilibrium real output and the natural rate of unemployment. Unemployment is not directly linked with this one. This is आपका equilibrium output in is fine, but this unemployment is not directly linked with this one. So 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. So D should be right answer for this particular one. Very good, Indra ma'am and other also. ठीक है, वन मोर क्वेश्चन आपका, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आई मीन. ओके, तो नेक्स्ट यूनिट इज आपका बिजनेस साइकिल. दिस इज समथिंग वेरी इजी टॉपिक आपका. बिजनेस साइकिल, हाफ मार्क्स टू 1 मार्क्स ऑन एन एवरेज. बेसिकली द क्वेश्चन विल बी बेस्ड ऑन द फीचर्स ऑफ साइकिल. ठीक है, जैसे आपका द डिफरेंट साइकिल विच आर जनरली पार्ट ऑफ योर करिकुलम. ठीक है, तो उनके अराउंड कि लाइक व्हाट इज़ द इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन, इन्फ्लेशन, एम्प्लॉयमेंट रेट ड्यूरिंग और द इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन द मार्केट ड्यूरिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर पीरियड. सो दैट इज समथिंग. हाफ मार्क्स का है, यू जस्ट हैव टू डू वन रीडिंग एंड दैट विल यू विल मेक श्योर कि हाँ यू विल गेट दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट. बट हाफ मार्क्स टू 1 मार्क्स एवरेज. शंकर सर वेरी वेरी गुड इवनिंग, बताइए सर क्या सेवा की जाए आपकी। तो व्हेन इट कम्स टू आपका बिजनेस साइकिल, सो वी बिजनेस साइकिल कंसिस्ट 4 phases: इन्फ्लेशन, डिफ्लेशन, ग्रोथ एंड डिप्रेशन। नो, आपका द रॉन्ग वन, ठीक है। फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट वी हैव व्हेन इट कम्स टू, वी हैव बूम, रिसेशन, डिप्रेशन एंड रिकवरी, ठीक है। बूम, रिसेशन, बूम, वी हैव बूम, वी हैव देन आपका इट मूव समथिंग लाइक दिस, ठीक है। तो वी हैव, दिस इज द फेज आपका विच इज जनरली नोन एज बूम, then we have recession, then we have depression, then we have recovery, ठीक है। these are the 4 phases आपका। the timing of business cycle is regular and follow a predictable pattern, this is also wrong, ठीक है। what we have to find out, incorrect आपका, ठीक है। business cycle influence economic activity, मतलब like if when economy is in boom, so it spread all across the economy. when economy is in depression, it will impact the entire activities of the economy. so 1 and 2 आपका, that is the right answer for this particular one. तो A will be right answer for this one, ठीक है। okay, हाँ अनीता मैम, just a minute, हाँ I'll do it. now it is fine मैम, अभी दिख रहा है ये? I'll hide myself. Now it is clear, font is clear for all of you. so next one, yes, okay ma'am, chalo next one आपका about the business cycle are correct. तो business cycle affect all industries at same time, ये हमने पिछले क्वेश्चन में भी डिस्कस किया। yes, द मूवमेंट ऑफ बिजनेस साइकिल इज लीनियर एंड प्रिडिक्टेबल, यू कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट आपका कि ये हमेशा इस तरीके से, पहले तो इट इज़ नॉट लीनियर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, एंड सेकेंड वन वी कैन नॉट प्रिडिक्ट कि आपका आफ्टर रिसेशन और आफ्टर द डिप्रेशन देर विल बी रिकवरी, समटाइम इट इज कैन बी आपका डिप्रेशन can lead to another depression label in all. A boom is always followed by depression and vice versa. When it comes to these two, and this should be wrong also. A boom is always followed by the depression or vice versa. Anyone on this particular statement? The effect of business cycle are widespread across the economy. This is true. The downward phase of business cycle is usually more sudden than upward. ठीक है, this is also true. ठीक है, देखो क्या होता है, when economy grow very steadily, ठीक है, इस तरीके slow. when it comes to down, आपका downfalls हमेशा क्या होता है, बहुत तेजी से होता है, ठीक है। तो upward chart will go something like this and this is आपका this, ठीक है। देखो यहाँ पे क्या होता है ना इंदिरा मैम, व्हाट इज द केस, लेट्स से इफ देयर इज अ डिप्रेशन इन द इकोनॉमी, ठीक है, let's say there is a depression in the economy, so it will affect the all the major areas of business, ठीक है। it will lead to, if there is a depression or recession in the economy, there will be less demand because people are having less money, ठीक है, people are having less money, ठीक है, and your banking business also get impacted because if people will won't have money, they'll do आपका less transaction or less savings and others, so these all are kind of interlinked आपका, ठीक है, that is the case. इंदिरा मैम, understood? ठीक है, whoever आपका किसी ने भी और ने भी पूछा ये, संस्कार सर, got it? yes. So this is the one, business cycle affect all industries at same time, so means आपका overall economy wise impact you can see in that particular case. First I want to check the answer for this one. Sanskar sir, you got your answer, so the C is the right answer and this is the case आपका, ठीक है। तो basically when it comes to all impact means आपका the major activities of that business, ठीक है। let's say whenever we face some sort of recession and आपका depression, investor they'll get scared investing money in the economy itself, or like there will be आपका less consumption, there will be आपका less demands, और आपका people will have less money. तो वो कहीं ना कहीं eventually all these kind of things are interlinked and all. So that is the case. Which of the following is not a characteristic of boom? तो boom period का आपका characteristic नहीं है. So now this type of question you can expect many time. बहुत बार आपको ऐसे question देखने के लिए मिलेंगे about all the phases आपका. ठीक है. Gautam sir, very very good evening. How are you? You all are joining late. Why so? I hope you guys are watching on आपका रेगुलर बेसिस और इन रिकॉर्डेड. ठीक है. हाउएवर यू आर कंफर्टेबल, बट यू हैव टू वॉच, यू नीड टू वॉच, दैट इज़ योर चॉइस एक्चुअली. सो नॉट आपका क्या था क्वेश्चन, सॉरी. नॉट अ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ बूम. सो डिमांड एक्सीड सस्टेनेबल प्रोडक्शन, इन्फ्लेशन स्टार्ट राइजिंग, increase saving and availability of investable capital, that is lack, because we have already invested in this. Economy आपका disequilibrium. Boom is आपका basically where there is a disequilibrium, there is a high demand, demand size is higher compared to your supply side. ठीक है. Let's say if you have demand for 100 and supply is only 80 आपका. ठीक है. तो that is the case. तो this is also true. So increased savings and availability of investable capital is less, because we have already invested everything in the market. Saving decline and other, so there is a often shortage of investable capital due to increased spending and investment in the market. So this is the one. With every questions I have kept these notes आपका from your book itself. So these are the features which you have to characterize. Accelerated and prolonged increase in demand. Demand peak to the level exceeds sustainable output, that create a disequilibrium. Economy heat up and demand supply lag become apparent. Market forces mismatch. Demand is higher than the आपका supply, so it create a disequilibrium and tend to create situation in which inflation will begin. ठीक है. तो अब अगर ऐसा होगा 100, like we have demand for 100, we have supply आपका 50, तो whatever supply we will have, we'll increase the prices. The economy may suffer fundamental problems such as shortage of investable capital, decrease in saving, decline in standard of living, and emergence of the seller's market. Understood? All right. ठीक है. समझ में आया सबको? Next one, अगर समझ में आया. This was easy actually. ऐसे इतना टफ नहीं था. देखो संस्कार सर, यहाँ पे ना मॉड्यूल डी, और उसका सिंपल सा आंसर है बिकॉज यू आर हैविंग मोर नंबर ऑफ यूनिट इन मॉड्यूल डी. ठीक है. मॉड्यूल डी में वी आर हैविंग 17 यूनिट, तो 35 मार्क्स आपका. डाउन साइड आई एम टेलिंग यू, इट कैन बी आपका अप टू 50 ऑल्सो. इट डिपेंड ऑन द एग्जामिनर किस माइंडसेट के साथ वो पेपर बनाते हैं. ठीक है. तो 35 मार्क्स डाउन साइड यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम योर मॉड्यूल डी विद वेराइटी ऑफ क्वेश्चन. आपका हाफ मार्क्स, 1 मार्क्स, 2 मार्क्स. When it comes to module C, mostly the question will be for 1 marks. When it comes to module B, mostly question will be for 2 marks and 1 marks. When it comes to module A and C, आपका again will say half marks and 1 marks. इस तरीके से आपको चीज़ें आपका देखने के लिए मिलेंगी. A, C and D is something which can be driven through the practice, but module B is something जहाँ पे you have to have go through the concept. अगर आप इन concept को नहीं जानते हैं, there will be difficulty. चलो बताओ क्या होगा आंसर. ड्यूरिंग रिसेशन प्रोड्यूसर कंटिन्यू, आपका रिसेशन एंड डिप्रेशन, आपका रिसेशन आया है, प्रोड्यूसर कंटिन्यू प्रोडक्शन डिस्पाइट अ डिक्लाइन इन डिमांड लीडिंग टू स्टॉक एक्यूमुलेशन. 100% ट्रू. If you have doubt with any statement, please do let me know. Inflation remain low, fall further during the recession. Yes. Third statement आपका depression, both capital goods and consumer goods manufacture are forced to reduce the production. They go for the job cuts or cost cutting and all. Demand for bank credit is high during depression. No, it is आपका least. ठीक है. So this is wrong. This should be wrong. then pessimism prevailed the economy during the depression, ठीक है, leading to low investment activity, ठीक है. So people are like having some sort of कि हाँ will revive and all, that is the case, ठीक है. So 1 2 3 5 1 2 3 5 means option D should be right answer for this. Why B? Vinod sir, why B? B means 2. 1 is correct na. During the recession, producers continue production. Like let's say this was the cycle, ठीक है, this was the cycle. You are in a boom, ठीक है. Initially we are at boom. Now in during that boom period everything was good आपका, ठीक है, सब कुछ स्टार था, सारे एम्प्लॉय, सारे कस्टमर, एवरी वॉज स्टार्ट. सडनली स्टार्ट आपका डिक्लाइनिंग. अब ये दिस इज द इनिशियल फेज, फर्स्ट फेज व्हेन यू आर कमिंग डाउन फ्रॉम दिस स्टार टू आपका लोअरिंग. वी डू नॉट एक्चुअली नो कि दिस इज अ रियल रिसेशन इन ऑल दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स. तो वी आर प्रोड्यूसिंग थिंग्स एट सेम पेस, ठीक है, हमारा प्रोडक्शन चल रहा है. नाउ देर इज अ आपका लेस डिमांड, सो इट इज at the self, in the we are creating more and more inventory and all, right? When government आपका, when this recession remain for 2 quarters or more than 2 quarters, government will announce आपका depression. Now you will realize कि भैया कुछ गड़बड़ हो गया है, we have product, now how to make this one, you will go for the cost cutting and others. Then pessimism that will survive, आपको सांत्वना देगा, and then will धीरे धीरे आपका revive things and all, ठीक है, that is the case. तो A1 is wrong guys, whoever mentioned आपका A, that is wrong. Manjunath sir also, D should be right answer for this particular. See guys, this is very small unit, 25 to 30 minute max to max required for this unit and you will get 1 marks, ठीक है. तो एक बार इन features को at least do revise these particular features so that they'll help you, ठीक है. Depression आपका एक्सट्रीमली लो एग्रीगेट डिमांड, इट इज़ अबाउट डिप्रेशन. आई चेक इफ आई हैव केप्ट दी, हाँ दिस इज द वन. पहले गो फॉर रिसेशन. रिसेशन, देर इज अ जनरल डिक्लाइन इन डिमांड, इकोनॉमी एक्टिविटी स्लो डाउन, इन्फ्लेशन रिमेन लो, शो फर्दर साइनिंग फॉलिंग, एम्प्लॉयमेंट फॉल, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट राइज, इंडस्ट्री रिजॉर्ट टू प्राइस कट एंड स्टे इन बिजनेस. डिप्रेशन, extremely low aggregate demand in economy caused by activity slowdown. Inflation is comparatively lower. Then we have employment avenue begin close or forced to employ unemployment or job cuts and all. Business running, production houses resort to force labor cut or retrenchment, ठीक है. And आपका they are following these kind of activities, ठीक है. So this is the one. Next one. Which of the following is not a characteristic of recovery? The final phase. Recovery stage आपका, ठीक है, that V side, ठीक है, this is the stage आपका recovery. Okay, so what will be your correct answer? आपका not a characteristic, so D will be right answer for this one. Very good Kavita ma'am. So all these will start happening during this particular phase, but simultaneously inflation will also start increasing, ठीक है. तो अब inflation भी धीरे धीरे क्या होगा, बढ़ना start हो जाएगा. Alright, next one. So D will be right answer for this particular one. Next one guys. Okay, next 17 unit is very easy I guess for many people. Monetary policy and fiscal policy, ठीक है. तो we have these two areas which are part of this one. Two different unit आपका important, 4 to 5 marks, 4 to 5 marks minimum I'm telling you, ठीक है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे scope बहुत ज़्यादा है examiner के पास. If you see the course content also, so they have defined monetary policy in their tool. Fiscal policy and budget you can interlink, आपका दोनों को एक साथ prepare कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. तो that unit number 18 also will come here and your 19 आपका, ठीक है, and this also, ठीक है. तो combine करके 5 to 6 marks question you can expect based on these particular one, ठीक है. तो monetary policy, fiscal policy bit easy I guess. ये आप लोगों ने banking के दौरान भी पढ़ा होगा, ठीक है. Everybody is aware about this particular one. So when we have like whenever RBI come up with their policy things and all, तो you become bit comfortable with things and all, right. चलो देखते हैं पहले क्वेश्चन. मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी एंड फिस्कल पॉलिसी, क्या है क्वेश्चन का आंसर? Yes, so statement B will be right answer. Monetary policy deal with money supply, interest rate. Fiscal policy is with government आपका investment and taxation. ठीक है, without any doubt, very easy question. Now MSF is the tool. बताओ क्या होगा आंसर. This is I'm expecting कि you guys are good in this particular part. Should I increase the font size? MSF, the bank rate, bank rate and MSF. ठीक है. So bank rate is the rate at which RBI provide long-term loan to commercial bank without any collateral. MSF is the rate आपका commercial war overnight against SLR securities, SLR management basically. True. Bank rate and MSF are always same and do not change independently. ऐसा नहीं है. Fourth one is आपका MSF facility act as a safety wall against the unexpected cash or liquidity shock in the banking. The fifth one is bank rate is frequently used in India as a primary tool. No, not bank rate, it is repo rate. So 1 to 4. 1 to 4 means option A will be correct answer for this one. Well done Manjunath sir and Rani ma'am. Other also guys, what happened? This is something आपका one of the simplest topic what I am expecting from you guys. कि ये थोड़ा सा आप लोगों को पता होगा तो प्लीज, नहीं पता है तो प्लीज़ गो थ्रू दिस पर्टिकुलर वन. नेक्स्ट वन CRR एंड SLR गाइज कम ऑन. बैंकिंग सिस्टम में है हम लोग तो ये सिस्टम का ही है. दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ द सिस्टम. वी ऑल आर इन बैंकिंग सिस्टम एंड दिस इज पार्ट ऑफ द सिस्टम. ठीक है, सो आई चेक हाउ वेल यू नो द सिस्टम. बताइए मंजुनाथ सर एंड राजू सर. हाँ राजू सर मार्क द करेक्ट आंसर एक्चुअली. So CRR and SLR, very basic tool. So first statement आपका CRR is mandatory reserve, bank kept with RBI. SLR is maintained in the form of cash, gold and approved securities. Failure to maintain CRR lead to penalties imposed by RBI, including interest on the shortfall. 100% true. The next one is both CRR and SLR directly can earn interest. No, CRR does not earn interest. आपका wrong. The next one, SLR is used to regulate credit expansion and ensure bank solvency. CRR primarily used to liquidity control and monetary implementations. Yes, true. Any doubt with any statement, do let me know. If the RBI increase the CRR, bank will have more funds. No, bank will have less fund. If RBI increase the CRR, bank will have less fund. ठीक है, 4 का 5 कर दिया तो you have to deposit more money with RBI. SLR is maintained under the provision of Banking Regulation Act 1949 and CRR is as per RBI Act. Yes. As per the current framework, RBI can set CRR to any percentage, but SLR आपका legal maximum cap of 40%. 1 2 4 6 7 1 2 4 6 7 बिल्कुल सही है. डी आपका वेरी गुड. एंड अनीता मैम, इंदिरा मैम, विनोद सर, कविता मैम, एवरीवन गाइस वेल डन, वेरी गुड. तो डी विल बी राइट आंसर. तन्मय सर एंड रानी मैम ऑल्सो वेरी गुड. नेक्स्ट वन SDF. दिस इज समथिंग विच इज़ अ न्यू टूल, सो हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी इसके साथ बनती हैं. स्टैंडिंग डिपॉजिट फैसिलिटी आर करेक्ट. SDF के बारे में कौन सा स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू? RBI to absorb excess liquidity from bank without providing collateral. Deposit under SDF are considered for maintenance of CRR. No, CRR is only आपका cash. SDF can be used as a financial stability tool in addition to liquidity management. 1 and 3 means आपका option C will be right answer for this particular one. ठीक है, so option C will be right answer for this particular one. How many people guys? Next one. हाँ चलो, इस क्वेश्चन का करेक्ट आंसर बता दो, यू विल गेट 2 marks. और अगेन वेरी इजी वन. So different lending rate system in India are correct. Chalo, first you guys go with this one. So base rate system was introduced by RBI on July 1st, 2010, replacing the benchmark prime lending rate. So base rate, then earlier we used to have BPLR, then आपका base rate true है 100%. MCLR system, the tenure premium is uniform for all type of loan, giving residual tenure आपका true. That was the problem. So then we shifted to EBLR. External benchmark lending rate was introduced in 2014. It should be 2019. Bank must reset the interest rate under EBLR at once in 3 months. This is also correct. Under MCLR, the negative carry of CRR arise due to mandatory CRR balance earning zero interest आपका, ठीक है. If you are maintaining excess CRR also, you will not get any interest. True. The spread above the external benchmark rate can be altered frequently by bank in their discretion. No. The spread above the external benchmark rate and others, no. It should be आपका, there must be आपका customer consent. 1, 2, 4, 5. Do we have 1, 2, 4, 5? C आपका. Yes, C will be right answer for this particular question. Correct है? So yes, हाँ, very good. Vinod sir, very good, awesome. Ritu ma'am and Deven sir and Rani ma'am and Tanmay sir. Very good. Well done guys. Awesome. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वन. इंडियाज मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी एंड आर करेक्ट. चलो, वन आपका फुल लेंथ स्टेटमेंट विद आपका मॉनेटरी पॉलिसी, वेरी इजी वन अगेन. So India's monetary policy, guys, come on, very easy one. First, monetary policy committee consists 6 members. True है. Primary goal of monetary policy to achieve economic growth. It is primary goal is actually आपका price stability. ठीक है. So then it comes to this. Will not go with this. Third आपका repo rate is set based out on the assessment of macroeconomics conditions. Repo rate, yes. Fourth statement, the weighted average call rate Walker is operating target of the monetary policy. Yes, whatever changes we make, आपका Walker is basically for the आपका money market tools or the interest rate. So and any changes in repo rate and others, they'll have first impact on the money market. ठीक है, true है. Fifth statement is आपका inflation target is, this is wrong. कितना है? 4 plus 2 minus 2. So this is wrong. Fifth statement. RBI use instrument like CRR, SLR, open market operations to implement this. True है. Blackout period of MPC 7 days. This is also true before the decision making. So 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7. A only should be right answer for this particular one. Devin sir, well done. Rani ma'am and Dharni ma'am, well done guys. ठीक है, समझ में कोई डाउट आपका? If you are having doubt with any statement, please do let me know. I'll try to explain that particular one. If no, then let's move to the next question. Fiscal policy in India. Contextuary fiscal policy, allocative fiscal policy to reduce income, this or this. This time IIBF will come up with easy level paper. ठीक है? Why I'm saying so? Because people are least active. ठीक है? They are like, they after the last examination they become hopeless, I guess. This in my career I'm seeing like people are very least active from last few years even. ठीक है? Exam timing में otherwise people were like very hungry कि ये करा दो वो करा दो. ठीक है? But this time like people are like ठीक है चलो अब जो होगा देखा जाएगा. Vinod sir is saying C, Anita ma'am C, Kavita ma'am C. Okay, everyone is saying C. Let's see what is the right answer. Contextuary policy आपका, which is contextuary means we are reducing the money supply in the market. Wrong. Expansionary monetary policy with stimulate economic growth by increasing the aggregate demand. Allocative efficiency ensure the resources are deployed in manner that maximize economic output is there. Third one, fiscal policy can reduce income inequality by directing public spending toward the education, this. And the fourth one, resources mobilization under fiscal policy is primarily depend on the external borrowers rather than the domestic revenue sources. Resources mobilization under fiscal policy is primarily depend on आपका internal sources, major आपका that budgetary sources, taxes and non-taxes, not this. So 2 and 4 means आपका, sorry, 2 and 3 means आपका option C is the right answer for this one. Very good guys, well done. Okay, one more question. Next question I mean. So, which of the following statement about the fiscal policy is are correct? क्या होगा answer? So, fiscal policy involve changes in government expenditure and taxation to achieve आपका macroeconomic goals. True है, ठीक है. Higher taxes reduce disposable income, income after taxes, disposable income, which can impact consumption and saving. ठीक है. तो जैसे your income is 20 lakh, let's say tax liability is 2 lakh, तो this is 18 lakh is your disposable income. ठीक है, या आपका अब गवर्नमेंट अगर टैक्स को बढ़ा करके 2 से 3 लाख कर देगी तो आपका डिस्पोजेबल इनकम कितना हो जाएगा? 17 लाख. ऑब्वियसली योर कंजम्पशन विल गेट रिड्यूस. ठीक है. Government transfer payments such as pension and unemployment benefit are example of, no, these are not direct आपका, these are indirect benefits. ठीक है. So 1 and 2 आपका they are generally categorized under the, they are not example आपका, ठीक है, it is आपका income support, it is called income support provided by the government itself, right? तो 1 and 2 आपका A will be right answer for this. Why C? अच्छा last okay, nobody answer this question, why so guys? A हाँ आपका I guess nobody answer this question. इतना आसान question है, कैसे छोड़ेंगे? Another next topic is very very important one with a history of 100% repetition. ठीक है, मतलब ये एक ऐसा टॉपिक है 2000 May 2023 was the first time when they introduced this subject IE and IFS. From that date to आपका today, every time you will see this particular one. हर साल आपको इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन मिलेगा, मिला है मतलब अभी तक. ठीक है. So FRBM Act and you have to find out the correct statement. So what will be your correct answer guys? this target was 2008, huh? Maybe some people are unaware about this. This is wrong. I'll help you in this case. A आपका ओके. Are you sure? Indra ma'am, Vinod sir, other. So FRBM Act was enacted in 2003 and came into so the act prohibit the government from borrowing from the Reserve Bank of India. The act or for the deficit financing, हाँ ठीक है. It is not the other one. It is आपका for deficit financing. This statement was wrong. Why it is wrong? I have told you. The Finance Act 12 introduced medium term expenditure framework as additional to be presented in Parliament through NK Singh committee recommended debt to equity आपका 60%, where the state center 40 and state 20. Wrong. Government can deviate fiscal targets in case of national security. FRBM Act mandate quarterly review of fiscal performance by finance minister in parliament. So 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh no, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. So B will be right answer for this particular question. ठीक है? हाँ, Vinod sir, now you got it ना? Where you went wrong. Option B will be correct answer for this particular question, guys. All right. Chalo, next one. Next one. So system of national account and a concept of GDP. ठीक है, अगला जो टॉपिक है. तो बेसिकली वन क्वेश्चन अराउंड एसएनए के बारे में आई होप आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा. ठीक है, दिस इज अ काइंड ऑफ अ फ्रेमवर्क, राइट. तो जो भी आपका लाइक ऑल द इकोनॉमीज वेन एवर दे आर प्रेजेंटिंग देयर आपका नो इंदिरा मैम नॉट दैट मच. ठीक है, so I just have to try to cover the entire subtopic. That's why we keep the 7 statement. You will never get 7 statement. Max to max आपका 5 statement. In general आपका 4 statement. ठीक है, so max to max 5. For 1 marks you can expect आपका 2 to 3 and आपका for 2 marks you can expect आपका 3 to 4 most of the time. Sometime in some cases when the question is easy they can go for the आपका 5 statement, but they won't go beyond the 5 statement because the screen also have the limit. ठीक है, they'll not go for that one. The reason of keeping like 5 or 6 statement is so we can revise things आपका. ठीक है, एक बार में आपका revision हो जाए सब टॉपिक का. that is the logic. ठीक है, तो now in this particular one we have 2 areas. One is system of national account which is called SNA. The first part, this is similar to your accounting standards. ठीक है, जैसे हमारे accounting standards है ना, तो वैसे ही we have system of national accounts by different organization like आपका IMF, OECD, UN, Eurostat and all. They come up with आपका some universal format to present the national income or to calculate the GDP, so that when we are comparing the different economies we can have some sort of uniformity. ठीक है, पहला. The another one is GDP. ठीक है, I hope everybody know the GDP. So GDP is the GDP is the money value of all final goods and services produced within the geographical boundary of the country during a आपका financial year. ठीक है, so GDP is linked up with some other subtopic also, like we have आपका GNP, we have NDP, we have NNP. These are the areas. ठीक है, so GDP आपका GNP is आपका GDP minus NIA, ठीक है, net income from abroad, NIA. NDP is आपका GDP minus depreciation. NNP is आपका GNP minus depreciation. ठीक है, so these are the areas. ठीक है, no never, they never touch that current part आपका या others areas ना. ठीक है, so they never ask अराउंड व्हाट इज द जीडीपी ग्रोथ रेट गिवन बाय दिस इंडाइसेस एंड नॉट, नेवर, ठीक है, तो उसका टेंशन नहीं लेना है विनोद सर। चलो तो अब फर्स्ट SNA, द फर्स्ट पार्ट आपका, लेट्स क्विकली गो थ्रू द क्वेश्चन। So first statement आपका SNA provide internationally standardized framework for compelling macroeconomics data, ensuring global comparability, 100% true. The second statement is आपका the base year for revision in national accounts is primarily done to adjust inflation rate rather than to reflect the, it is आपका more toward the reflection of structural economic reforms आपका, ठीक है, inflation is one another pointers. So the third one is आपका the 2008 SNA was developed under the intersecretariat working group of national accounts which include Eurostat, IMF, OECD, UN, World Bank and others too. All UN members are legally bound. There is no legal foundation. ठीक है. So in India, the GDP base year is changed from 2004 to 2011-12, the current one, aligned with this one, true. So 135 is option A will be right answer for this particular one. Alright, so option A is the correct answer based on this particular one. वेरी गुड, हाँ वेरी गुड रानी मैम। अदर आपका पीपल व्हाट हैपन गाइस, कैसे करोगे यार एग्जामिनेशन में? नाउ यू हैव ओनली 3-4 days, हाउ यू विल मैनेज गाइस? थोड़ा सा पढ़ो, ठीक है, एक महीना तो पढ़ लो एटलीस्ट यार, साल भर नहीं किया तो अभी एक महीना थोड़ा सा मतलब लाइक यू हैव टू पुश योर सेल्फ इफ़ यू वांट टू। देखो अभी तभी मन लगेगा सिस्टम में जब आप इन सब चीज़ों में एक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करेंगे, अदरवाइज the job will become boring after some time. So you have to push yourself, or like if you prepare for some other examination also like regulatory bodies and all, so these things are definitely going to help you. SEBI exam है, regulatory bodies में RBI है and others है, ठीक है, so they'll definitely help you. Not a method to calculate आपका GDP, so we do not have any method called this. We have only 3 method आपका income, expenditure and आपका प्रोडक्शन मेथड, ठीक है। सो प्रोडक्शन मेथड फाइनल आउटपुट, इनकम मेथड फैक्टर इनकम, सोर्सेज ऑफ इनकम, लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, एक्सपेंडिचर, पब्लिक एंड प्राइवेट एक्सपेंडिचर. So this is, I have kept the notes here also, please go through these particular ones, they'll help you out in this particular case, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट वन गाइज, नेक्स्ट वन आपका, consider the following statement regarding GDP and national income calculation. So tomorrow we will be practicing आपका module C of IE and IFS. Then we done with this Monday, Tuesday. So then I guess we should start with AFM or some other subject. So consider the following statement regarding GDP and national income calculation. So GDP calculate using the income approach including wage, rent, interest, profit and आपका indirect taxes. It is not, indirect taxes is not part of in case of income approach, wrong, ठीक है। सो इट इज़ आपका लैंड, लेबर, कैपिटल, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, ठीक है। रेंट आपका, लेबर आपका, सैलरी, वेजेस, कैपिटल, इंटरेस्ट एंड आपका एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप, प्रॉफिट, ठीक है। सो एक्स माइनस एम, एक्सपोर्ट माइनस इम्पोर्ट, Expenditure method for the international net export it is called. ठीक है, true. Depreciation is deducted from GDP at the market price to obtain NDP. This is also wrong. It should be आपका NDP, net domestic product आपका, ठीक है, net domestic product. In product approach, GDP is obtained by summing the face value of across all sectors आपका 100% true. Real GDP is always higher than nominal GDP. We have to reverse the statement. Nominal GDP is always higher than the real GDP. Government spending in expenditure method include salaries of public servants, military equipments, and this 100% true. GDP at factor cost is derived by subtracting net direct taxes from the GDP. Yes. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Do we have 2, 4, 6, 7? 2, 4, no. 2, 4, no. 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 4, 5. 5 is what? Real GDP. नहीं, 5 is 100% wrong. ठीक है. I guess there is some आपका this issue with the options. ठीक है. It should be आपका, if we go with D, it should be 2, 4, 6, 7. ठीक है. 2, 4, 6, 7. 5 is wrong. Real GDP is always lower than the आपका nominal GDP, because nominal GDP we calculate on the current market prices and all, right? What is mentioned here? C में क्या है आपका? 2, 4, 3. 3 is आपका no. GDP depreciation is deducted from GDP at market price to obtain NNP. No. When NNP, how we get NNP? NNP is equal to GNP minus depreciation. ठीक है? This is also wrong. So this I'll erase this particular one. Whether you can erase this one or this one. ठीक है? Understood, guys? Depreciation is deducted from GDP market price to obtain no. आपका it is GNP minus आपका depreciation is equal to NNP. That you have to correct. ठीक है? The fifth statement is right. Real GDP is lower than the nominal GDP. Next one, guys. Consider the following statement regarding GVA and GDP. ठीक है, GVA we generally use for the sectorial analysis. Like let's say these are the 3 sectors. So the output of these sectors on quarter basis, and even if we have to check the individual growth of the sector or industry, we apply the GVA, gross value added. GDP is as a whole. ठीक है, as a whole, ठीक है, we use GDP, gross domestic product. So what will be a correct answer? GVA is calculated by summing up value added by different sectors in the economy, whereas GDP is derived by adding all the expenditure in this. True है. GDP is always higher than GVA because it include net taxes आपका, ठीक है. So that is also true. GVA is more useful to compare different economy. GDP is more useful to compare different GDP. So to compare आपका economies GDP, to compare आपका sectorial performances आपका GVA, ठीक है, GVA. So this is wrong. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 means A will be right answer for this particular question. ठीक है. Alright guys. चलो next one आपका next one. So the differences, the comparison in everything is here. You can go through this particular one. Which of the following best define the gross domestic product? The total value of goods and services produced in this. बताओ दोस्तों, बहुत आसान है, इससे आसान कुछ नहीं हो सकता. मतलब क्या होगा करेक्ट आंसर? ओनली ए आपका. ठीक है. द टोटल वैल्यू ऑफ फाइनल गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज प्रोड्यूस विद इन द इकोनॉमी आपका विद इन जियोग्राफिकल बाउंड्रीज. ए ओनली द राइट आंसर फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन. करेक्ट है? यस, वेरी गुड. चलो नेक्स्ट वन आपका, नेक्स्ट वन ओके लेट्स आपका डिस्कस द फाइनल यूनिट. आपका फाइनल यूनिट इज यूनियन बजट विच इज लिंक विद योर द प्रीवियस वन. ठीक है, you do not have to worry around the latest budget update and all. They never ask question कि what was the announcement and all. ठीक है, और अब तो ये टॉपिक भी बहुत पुराना हो गया, but still like you do not have to worry around these kind of things कि what they'll ask and all. There was one question around the standard deduction, that too in आपका AFM subject. Standard deduction when government introduced that 50,000 वाला, last budget they increase it to 70,000 आपका. ठीक है, 70 or 75,000. So that is the only case, right? तो budget में, budget is basically it is income and expenditure statement of the government. ठीक है, like whatever income and expenditures we are doing during a financial year, planned income and expenditure. So that is आपका budget. An annual financial statement, it is called annual financial statement as per Article 112 of Indian Constitution, right? So when was the very first time when we introduced, क्या था question, which year was the union budget presented on the last working day of February 2017? 2017 onwards we start presenting on the 1st February of the budget. ठीक है, चलो next one. So about the government receipt. So when it comes to budget वाला टॉपिक तो सबको पता है ना, everybody know about the budget things guys. If you are having any doubt please do let me know. We have two type of budget आपका, capital budget and revenue budget, and two different alternates आपका, capital receipt, capital expenditure, revenue receipt, revenue expenditure, right? So these are the areas. So now when it comes to this question is about the receipt, means capital receipt, the borrowings of the government, and revenue receipt through taxes and non-taxes, right? So the question आपका net tax revenue is calculated after deducting the state share and NCCD आपका natural calamity contingency funds वाला transfer from the gross income, gross tax revenue. True है. Interest, receipt, dividends and profit are part of non-tax revenue. Interest, receipt, dividend, profit, grants, all are categorized under the non-tax revenue. Third one, disinvestment receipt are classified as debt receipt. No, they are non-debt. Why they are non-debt? You do not have to pay any interest on those. ठीक है, like when government is selling some public sector enterprise, they are selling in the form of equity. So they do not have to pay any interest on that particular borrowing. So this is wrong. So आपका debt and non-debt. Debt means where we have some sort of liabilities, we have to pay some sort of interest and all, जिसपे हमें आपका ब्याज देना है. यहाँ पे we do not have to pay this. We are selling the ownership. Market borrowings and external debt are example of the debt receipt. Yes, बिल्कुल है. Through bonds and others. Total receipt include total revenue receipt, capital receipt, and drawdown of the cash balances. This is also correct. So 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5. B must be right answer for this particular. Very good, Vinod sir and Raju sir. And आपका who is here? What is this name? I am not getting this. What is your name, sir, ma'am? चलो, so disinvestment are generally classified as non-debt. ठीक है, so the overall debt आपका tax the revenue receipt. So we have revenue and capital. Revenue receipt, these are the sources. Gross tax revenue is आपका minus NCCD, transfer to National Calamity Contingency Fund, and state share. This was the point. Then total tax revenue we have आपका capital receipt we have. ठीक है, so these are the areas of your receipt part. Alright, next one. Identify the correct statement regarding non-plan expenditure. So identify the correct statement regarding non-plan expenditure. Interest payment and pension are part of the revenue expenditure. Loan to public enterprises, आपका capital expenditure. This is capital expenditure. We are having some sort of earning, so wrong. The third one is defense expenses expenditure, both revenue and expenditure. Yes, true है. You will see आपका both side. Subsidiaries, fertilizers are classified as revenue. That is also true. Loan to foreign आपका capital, again wrong. ठीक है. तो 134 means option C should be right answer for this particular one. ठीक है. So this is the list आपका. ठीक है. ऐसे ही list दिए गए हैं in your book also. So just go through this particular one once and twice. So you will be able to make your understanding around this particular one. ठीक है. चलो next one, deficit concept आपका. So okay, there is a question. Okay, we'll come to that question. First go through this deficit concept. So we have revenue deficit. Revenue income is lesser than revenue expenditure. Effective deficit, revenue deficit minus grant in aid for creation of capital asset. Fiscal deficit आपका total expenditure including loan, net recoveries over revenue आपका receipt and all, and non-debt receipt. So basically fiscal deficit is equal to total expenditure minus total revenue excluding the borrowings. Primary deficit आपका, it is difference between the fiscal deficit and interest payment. Please do remember these formulas and all kind of formulas. They get asked every time again. ठीक है, हर साल आपको ऐसे ही पूछे जाएंगे कुछ इस तरीके से. बताइए क्या होगा आंसर गाइस. Okay, Vinod sir is saying A. Other also guys. Sara जिम्मेदारी, all responsibility have taken by Vinod sir. He's a representative to all or what? So different type of deficit. So effective revenue deficit account for revenue deficit after deducting grant in aid for creation of capital asset. True है. Fiscal deficit represent the total borrowings requirements of the government in financial year. Primary deficit, it cannot be negative आपका, it can be zero. So this is wrong. The 1 and 2 means option A should be right answer for this particular question. ठीक है. And आपका this is an end. तो ये हमारा overall discussion और overall revision for your आपका module C, module B sorry. ठीक है. So we have done with module D, we have done with module A and module B. Now the only module left, that is module C आपका. ठीक है. तो what I am thinking कि अगर ये इसी speed में complete हो रहे हैं, ठीक है. So like today is Monday, Tuesday we'll done with this. तो आपका Thursday and Friday we can do आपका AFM. ठीक है. I'll plan this particular thing. So at least the numerical part of AFM and all. So एक दो session हम पहले कर लेंगे आपका. ठीक है. So that during the exam week we'll have more time आपका in the next week. ठीक है. If we complete everything by tomorrow, so I'll be scheduling marathon session, same marathon session for AFM. Then आपका Friday and Saturday will be doing again Friday Saturday 2 days again one another set of revision आपका. ठीक है. विनोद सर क्या कहते हैं? Whatever Vinod sir, Raju sir, Indra ma'am will say and Deven sir, I'll do accordingly. And who else are here? जो भी और हैं, हाँ, कृतिका मैम also and रितु मैम and अनीता मैम. ठीक है. So आप लोग जैसा बोलेंगे वैसा ही होगा. प्रकाश सर is also there, कविता मैम, yes. ठीक है. Alright guys, so this is it from my side. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for watching this session. I hope you enjoy the session. Please do watch the session. I have already uploaded PDF for past 2 sessions. Mock test is already live. So do participate in these particular things, do consume the areas and all. And still, if you are having any doubt and any other aapka areas where you are lacking, so you can just reach me out. I'll try my best to I'll like help you out with those particular areas and all. Okay. So very few days are remaining, so I'll say ki like this is the best time. Abhi goal is very near and you have to push forward, you have to balance and you have to score aapka well in your upcoming exam. First, if you score well in first paper now, believe me, this will help you to score better in upcoming two paper. ठीक है, that psychology is there. ठीक है, तो वो आपको help करेगी. ठीक है दोस्तों, चलो. So now I'll see you tomorrow at same time. So this is it from my side. Thank you for joining this session. Thank you for watching this session. Bye bye. Take care all. Good night. Thank you.